Hey, this is Brian coming to you live from the Ice House Comedy Club here in Pasadena, California, where once, sometimes twice a week, we have a live comedy show in one room, and in this room we do a live podcast. So it's like a green room podcast. And with me is my favorite person ever, Joseph Rogan.
Hi. What did you do to the music? You did some crazy DJ type shit. You did it yourself.
Shit. No, this is a dubstep.
Why did you do that version though? That version's not as good.
I know.
I thought you were doing that. I was super impressed.
That would be awesome if I could.
Oh, they dubstep the Black Keys?
They dubstep everything. My new favorite thing to do now is just pick whatever song I want to hear. Just click dubstep on, put it on YouTube.
Can you see if they got a dubstep of I Believe I Can Fly?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Whoa. I listened to a dubstep Comfortably Numb earlier that was great.
Oh, there's something wrong with the Matrix.
There's an echo in here.
Anyways, we're joined by Sam Tripoli on the side, Tony Hinchcliffe, PeteeC, and Doug Benson. So far, we have a packed lineup, full-on death squad tonight.
Do you remember that girl from Toronto, our friend /Lean? The girl who's she writes on Twitter.
Yeah, didn't she have dinner with us one time?
Yeah. She's really funny on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is what she wrote about dubstep. She said, dubstep is the sound of all the hugs never given exploding.
They're the closest to the dubstep I Believe I Can Fly is this song, which is not, I don't believe. It's I don't even hear the song at all.
Here's what I think of dubstep. Some dubstep is good, but too much of it is shit.
What I think it is, I think it's perfect for when you're just stoned and you just want to turn up music and just like space out and
I think it's good when you're on ecstasy or some shit like that.
Yeah, it seems like
I think it's good when you're in another room not listening to it.
So you're not into
It's
it.
amazing. No, it's like party. It's like should be in elevators at the W Hotel and discotheques and whatever. It's not something I would ever sit around and listen to.
No, I'm with you.
It's weird when people are like really into it. When they're going to see a dubstep show. And you're
At
like,
least it's a show. I don't understand it at home. I don't understand why anyone.
Yeah, like chilling at your house, cleaning the house. You don't want to hear
some wine
dubstep.
and listen to some dubstep.
Oh, I could do cleaning the house
Out
or
on the
road
veranda.
trips.
On dubstep?
Yeah, cleaning the house and road trips, because cleaning the house gets you energized, or
Not
dubstep
road
gets you
trips.
energized, and
road trips. That would be so annoying listening to that shit in your car.
You know how many speeding tickets you'd probably get when you're listening to dubstep?
You'd probably commit suicide. You'd probably drive into a fucking rock. You'd be like, please stop this.
You think you're on Fast and the Furious?
I start
If that was
drifting.
loud while you were driving, that'd be maddening.
I guess it's good if you feel like you're gonna doze off behind the wheel, turn on some dubstep, and
you
then
still fall asleep.
But you gotta move your arms. That's the key to staying awake. You're never gonna fall asleep while your arms are moving. So you gotta put on something that really gets you fired up.
If you're really tired and you're falling asleep, you should eat sunflower seeds because it makes you have to move your tongue around a lot, and it keeps you from falling asleep.
If you open them in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah,
You should also try to tie a cherry stem into a knot while you're
just suck a cock while you're playing games.
You know what's a great way to stay up?
If you gave somebody a hand
Sucking
job while
pole.
you were driving, you wouldn't fall asleep.
Yeah,
Just
if you
slobbing
suck a
knob,
lot of
keep
cock
you up.
while you're driving. Just
Yeah,
the shame alone will
Just
keep
find
you
a gay
awake.
bathhouse and just start slobbing knob.
Who could possibly fall? Even the deepest narcoleptic couldn't fall asleep with a dick in his mouth.
It's impossible. No, that's not true.
Some girl house. for
There
sure.
are chicks who've fallen asleep giving head.
Well,
There's
girls
gotta be
do
a lot of
because
girls
it's boring. Like they don't care.
Oh, but to guys, it's exciting.
Was it 4th of July fireworks? I got a cock in my mouth.
Doug Benson's like, yeah, it's just not fun for girls like it is for us.
It's awesome.
I'm just saying, a dude's not going to fall asleep.
It's
with
literally
dick
a
his
party
mouth.
in your mouth. Huh?
If you knew that sucking a cock would keep you awake through the night with remorse and you can make that drive back from Vegas without worrying about driving off the road into the woods and dying, maybe it's the move. Look, I don't want to suck your dick, but I don't want to crash in my sleep.
I think that's why I don't try to drive back late at night, is because I don't even want to entertain
You still
that
want to suck
option.
a cock.
Maybe just take a nap.
Yeah, take a
sometimes
nap.
you can take a nap, and sometimes
Pull
you
over,
shouldn't
take a
take
slip.
nap. There's places where you shouldn't take a nap. They'll fucking kill
How
your
many
ass.
people's lives would you have to save to suck a cock? Like if 50 people's lives were in the balance, is that
No,
enough?
there's too many people on the
Mankind?
405. 50 would have to die. I used to have a joke about that, where some guys go, "There's no amount. There's no amount." What if there was a gay alien from outer space, and if you don't suck his dick, he's gonna kill all the babies? Ain't no space homo.
All the babies.
Ain't no space.
But what
Ain't
about
no
the babies,
space
man?
homo.
Suck
I
it
know
for the babies.
I ain't no space queer. I ain't sucking no gay space dick for babies.
Oh my god.
Do you
you
hear
imagine?
about the guy who like had a coma or a heart attack, and he woke up and he said he became gay,
Whoa.
and he was actually part
Yeah.
of that whole group that tried to turn people from being gay, and then he had
What?
like a stroke and he woke up and he's just flaming.
That's just an
on
excuse.
fire.
That is
Of
just
course.
like I got hit in a pan in the head really hard, so now
Why did I hear
now
about
I'm
that
gay.
Yeah, but
really recently? Wasn't he a rugby player or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah.
look, like, here's the article right here, and look, he even looks super. Like he's holding a drill.
Oh my
jeez.
god. He was somebody
jeez.
everybody thought was gay
Hello.
before he came out.
Rugby player wakes up
That's-
gay after stroke.
Is that
Whoa.
picture of him before or after the
I
stroke?
Yeah.
wish he was honest, man. I wish we could trust this guy, because that would be kind of interesting.
It seems like anybody who's trying to convince.
Can you imagine
people
if you
that they're
beat
not
someone's
gay has
ass
to
so
be-
bad they turn gay? Can you imagine if there was like a button you could like depress on someone's head, and if you fucking cracked them on a certain spot in their head, the button would get stuck and they
That
would
should
go
be a
gay.
move in Street Fighter
There
or
would
Mortal
be-
Kombat.
Not only would you like beat a guy's ass, but it would ruin his life because he'd all of a sudden turn gay. Like, shit, this
Yeah.
fucking guy kicked my ass and got me all gay.
Beat this dude up
If
so
there
bad he
was such a
starts
thing,
sucking cock.
it'd be fun to even UFC would be even more fun.
Yeah,
Try to
because
hit
you
that
knew.
guy's gay button.
If that was like the thing, well, he's probably gay after this fight. Let's be honest. So the
Shogun
comeback
Rua,
will
damn.
probably depend on a lot of things. It's going to be dependent on, has he found a boyfriend? Has he come out to his parents yet? I mean, the guy's gay now. You get the fuck.
Is he making eyes at Joe during the post-fight
Can you
interview?
imagine if that was a consequence of fighting? You could get knocked gay. It was like really
Oh.
common.
Dude,
Like
a
one
lot
out
of
of four
guys. A
guys-
lot of guys wouldn't fight.
A
Yeah.
lot of guys
Yeah.
wouldn't fight.
They'd be like, "I'm gonna go into."
Or the fight purse would be a lot bigger.
Yeah, if you can get like.
It'd be an actual
purse, get it?
What if it was like
Ant,
only-
everybody.
Only when you get KO'd. It's only when you get KO'd. It's like some wires get crossed, and when you wake up, you're gay. Like if you get knocked unconscious, you got to stay awake to stay straight. There's something about like getting completely KO'd makes you come back.
But you have to
gay.
put dicks
There's
in your
been
mouth
some
to stay
fights where
awake.
that could have happened.
Amnesia. I bet you somebody could get KO'd into amnesia.
That would be a wild fucking consequence of fighting. Turns you
Who was
gay.
that Brazilian that
So
fought
nuts.
Little Heathen that one fight where he just like he came off the octagon and he just gave him that fucking
Rafael dos Anjos.
like
Yeah,
that
he hit
punch
him.
could, if it could happen, it was going to happen on that
Oh, it was
punch.
beautiful.
Oh, that
Uppercut.
he totally used the gay maker on him.
Yeah, not the haymaker,
Haymaker.
the game maker.
Well, you know that the United States government was experimenting with a gay bomb. They were trying to use a gay bomb on the Iraqis. They wanted to come up with a plan where they could launch something and it would blow up over the troops and it would infect them and make them start fucking each other, and so that they would lose their morale.
Weren't they going to shoot a
God,
video?
they would be even better fighters probably if they were
No.
all on board with fucking each
Wasn't
other.
that the whole thing about samurais? They were gay, like back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the day. They were, and that's why they would fight harder.
Yeah.
It's like that's my piece of ass you're trying to take out, and I got to fucking fight back so I can keep my.
As
my
the Romans, the biggest army invasion next to us the whole world has ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Weren't they all gay? They were having gay sex with each other? Yeah, gay's not going to stop someone from kicking your ass. That's a myth. The gay bomb, it's probably there was a lot of like really gay guys in the White House. You know, there was a lot of gay guys, like for sure. Like, you know that whole story about that guy, Jeff Gannon, who was an embedded White House reporter?
Yeah,
and
and
it
he-
turned out he was also running a gay escort site.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's always been speculation about what was the guy's name that was Bush's?
Jagger, no.
That was George Bush's strategist. It wasn't Ken
Karl
Lay.
Rove?
Karl Rove, thank you. Yeah, that Karl Rove was like some big crazy gay guy.
He has
And,
gay face.
He looks gay as fuck.
Carl Rove is
So
total
does
gay
Kenneth
face.
Starr, the guy who
Let's
used
just
to,
say it. He's gay.
Who was his?
Even if he's not
It's
gay,
official.
he's a cunt.
Who's Bush's?
He doesn't have to be gay. Gay, I like gay people.
Who was Bush's press spokesman?
Stephanopoulos.
No. That was Clinton's, I think.
Oh.
But the guy who was kind of going bald had glasses, and whenever he would get like a question he didn't like, he'd start really flaming up on the reporters in the press conference. He kind of does. I think he speaks on like Fox News and MSNBC.
Fleischer.
That was his name.
Ari Fleischer.
Ari Fleischer. Whenever he would start, getting going at it with a reporter, he'd really start getting queenie with them. It was very funny.
Really?
Man.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's hilarious. Well, I mean, what's her name? Janet Reno. Gay, right? Has to
Total.
be.
There's
It's
no way.
impossible to not be.
What options does she
That
have?
says
Yeah, what options are there?
softball, shortstop, all over it.
She's
right?
not even. She's not even trying a little. You know, there's like.
Oh shit! Royalty just walked in. How are you? Good looking.
What's up, baby? Joey Diaz in the house, bitches.
Mad Flavor at Mad Flavor. on
Rogan, did you
Twitter.
ever hear the story about
It's
how
here.
the government was going to find like a Saddam or a Bin Laden lookalike and shoot gay porn with them, and then just flood like the country with these videos of like these lookalikes doing like hardcore gay sex,
That's
just to
hilarious.
really piss off like the locals? But like I've been to Afghanistan, they have Man Love Thursdays. And that's a real thing. Ask anybody who's ever like was enlisted over there. The locals go up into the mountains and they ass blast each other. It's a tradition. So I don't know if that necessarily shocks people.
What did you do that night?
I locked my bunker. I locked myself
Did you
in.
stay in the room and watch TV?
Yeah, there was some Seinfeld reruns going on. I wanted to check out in Afghani.
Was it scary being over there?
At the end, man, that's when. Literally at the end of our stay, that's when the Afghani war kind of turned, and it was when this big prison break happened,
Whoa.
and we were there, and we couldn't get out then. There was like really bad storms and stuff like that, and that's when this 300 Afghani fighters got out of this prison. It was an inside job.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was scary. It was, but I would do it in a heartbeat again. I would go there. I loved it, man. I had so much fun.
What was most fun about it?
Just to go, to be like, this part of me has always felt really bad that like I never really joined the military. Like there was this whole history of like men joining the military to defend the country, and like my generation was kind of the ones where that kind of obligation we didn't do that as much. And I've always had this weird kind of guilt. I don't know why, but I've had it. So I wanted, to help out. So I went over there, and it was just really. It just felt good to be able to make those guys laugh.
It's got to be crazy rewarding, like because they're so grateful, and it is so. It helps any unit to have some sort of, chance to, laugh and not.
And the crazier the situation, the better the crowd.
Yeah, of
we went to
course.
this one base called the Alamo because they were surrounded by locals, and they were just fucking laughing at some sick shit. Because it took me a little while to realize that these guys bust each other's balls the way we bust each other's balls. You kind of want to be all formal there because it's military. Then you realize all these guys are just like they didn't go to college. They're college age kids just busting each other's balls, and you had a lot more fun when you could just light these guys up. It was fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
That shit scares the fuck out of me. Just the idea behind it scares the fuck out of me. He's handing you something.
What's
going on
up?
with
Pass that down to Tony.
Sure, I'm going to look at it though
that
first.
the
if
list?
That's okay.
Is that a
that?
situation?
Powerful list. This is a long
got a
ass
situation.
fucking crazy show.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
There are a
everybody's
lot of
doing,
people on this show.
Everybody's doing 10, and then Joe's
Yeah.
doing whatever.
Keep it tight.
So that's fair.
Yeah, no, don't do a Sam Tripoli.
Come on.
Hey, come on. At least Sam
Does
Tripoli
Sam
does
go
it. He's
long?
funny.
Yeah,
Did you go long, Sam?
I don't.
We've had guys go along here that was just eating dick. Like,
I
trying to
always
find a way to
remember
get
the
off.
headliner because I've been there 1,000 times when people just fucking run the light and you just go up to this sloppy crowd.
That is a suck feeling though when you're trying to find a way to finish and you can't finish. You just fucking every joke is shitting out on you, and you're like, I am getting off with a laugh. And then before you know it, you're like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you're dragging it on. You're like, you should have already left. Now they hate you.
Yeah. At some point, you got to agree not
You
to
got to
agree.
tap. Sometimes you got to tap. It's hard, especially early in your career, right? It wasn't the hardest thing, like getting off with a laugh.
Yeah, people don't, especially like when you do a show where there's like 10 comics in it. If everybody runs a light by 3 or 4 minutes,
Yeah.
you're 30, 40, almost an hour behind, and it sucks going last.
Well, there's the stores. There's a great tradition of running the light.
It almost becomes like, hey, I've made it. I'm running the light.
I was
Fuck
guilty
you.
of it. I used to do it. It was stupid. I realized after a while.
And then, like, there would be guys who were known for running a light constantly. So what they would do would be like, okay, we're just going to give you a block.
Yeah.
You have, like, Dice, I remember they did, and I like Dice a lot. They gave him, like, he was do it in an hour. So they're like, here's an hour of time for you. He just stopped coming in. There was kind of that kind of rush of like bumping everybody that wasn't there anymore.
Some guys like to do that. I've never done that. I think that's
no,
gross.
definitely
So
not you.
weird.
I think it's gross.
I don't. Nobody that I'm friends with is a bumper.
Yeah, the only time
There's guys I like and talk to every once in a while that bump people, but
once or twice I've gone to the Improv and they've asked me to go up, and I've gone up. But it was not. That's not. I don't really consider that bumping. I'm not asking. I'm just showing up, and they said we'd like to put you on stage. I'm like, okay. I'm not requesting it. I don't want.
Yeah, and if you're not at the end, you don't do crazy long. You
and
do
I'll
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll say just put me on last. You know, just
I've seen you wait for the last
I
spot.
hate that feeling of getting in front of somebody and fucking up their set. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fuck up. I don't mind going on later. I'll go. All these shows we do, I go on last.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. But I do like the, I do rather dislike the feeling of imposing on someone and fucking up their night, you know? And that's something that some guys like to do.
Yeah, there is a thrill comes
Yeah, they're
with that.
doing it like to show off or make a point or
Well,
something.
they want to fuck up your
They're
set.
just tripping.
It's on purpose. Guys don't realize that when you do shitty things to people, you feel like you're winning. Like you feel like that's what I have to do. And then because he does bad, I'll do good. But you don't realize that you know what happened, you cunt. And so inside, you're going to just rot out. There's going to be a certain part of your psyche that just doesn't grow. It's abnormally selfish and closed off because you're just trying to watch people fail to make yourself feel better.
And you can't call them on the shit because then they get crazy defensive about it.
Well, that's because they're weak.
Like they've got reasons. There's no reason to do what you're doing.
It's very hard to look at
just to be an
yourself
asshole.
the way other people look at you. It's very hard. It's fucking almost impossible for some folks because they have just massive ego shields that they built up over a lifetime of denial and thinking. You know, it's some fucking people just can't see themselves.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to get back at some shit that happened way back in the day, I think. And it's like, fuck you. And then you realize it's kind of like perpetual. You're just like, you're doing it to this person, then they get kind of big. And they feel like they got to do it to other people. And who cares, man? Just, everybody it's not like boxing where there can only be one winner. I think there's a lot of people can win. If you hit, he hits, everybody can hit.
Anybody you ask who's the best comedian, there's no best comedian.
Knows? Yeah. I hate
there is no
awards
best
for art.
Everybody
man.
might have a favorite, but they don't agree with everybody.
There's guys that inspire you, and there's peers that inspire each other, But I think awards for art, like these comedy awards or art awards and top lists and the top 10, for what purpose?
I think suits do that so that they can market their clients.
Yeah.
Because you see, there was the Comedy Central Awards, and they're all funny, very funny people. But there was like best club comic, and then you looked at who none of them play the comedy clubs.
Right.
Hold on. What's going on?
Sounds like there's a Haitian riot going on out there.
The show that just let out before ours just let out.
Was that K Loco?
Oh, so it's just dumb people outside.
Yeah.
You say dumb people, but in
It sounded like
reality, it's
something's really
people
going
that
down.
aren't from this country.
Yeah.
Okay, they're from
Yellers.
Mexico.
They're just yelling for no reason.
Hey, they won the
It's a
football
Latino
game.
show.
Latino shows are great.
I thought I heard, "Oh, you do that shit." What he was saying, you do that shit.
They're still
What
out
they're
there
saying?
yelling.
Yeah, you do that shit, man. Remember when you said
yelling.
that shit? You do that shit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. What were we talking about?
Do you did you ever read the book
the camera.
Confederacy of Dunces?
Yeah. Whose book is that?
I don't know. I forget the
What's
author.
his name? He killed himself.
Did he?
No.
Yeah, he did. And his
did?
he went around. Nobody would buy it. The book, they wouldn't publish it. He kills himself, so his mom finds somebody to publish it, and it's so funny. It's so funny, and they're trying to turn it into a movie, and they finally, booked the part, and it's such a great casting. But I'm so happy that they got it right because it's such a good book, man.
Who'd they pick?
Zach Galifianakis. You couldn't pick a better guy to play that role.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's such a funny book, man. You
Didn't
got to
even
read
know
it.
That. What are you laughing at, Brian?
What? Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, okay.
He makes you laugh.
He is
Yeah,
funny.
he does.
Did you see The Raid?
Giggling
Yeah.
like a
No,
little
I still haven't
girl.
seen The Raid.
I
Oh,
found
it's
the
so good.
theater
Is it
in
really
LA
that
that it's
Yeah?
so good, dude.
Really? Is it
ridiculous.
Is it online? Can you get it on?
Not yet, but it'll
Netflix
be
or
on
anything?
soon enough. It'll be on video.
It was
on
actually
demand
still in
soon.
the theater in LA. It was at one of the Man's Chinese
Yeah.
theaters, and I went in and there was still a big audience there, and I was impressed. But it was so good. You cannot beat the Thai when it comes to those martial arts because there's no
And directed by a British
Are
dude.
they like in the doorwell or something like that?
Yeah, what
I
are
don't
they
know.
doing? I'm gonna go shush
It
him.
adds ambiance.
I'll go shush him.
It does have
Hey.
ambiance?
Yeah.
Should
Hey, look up
That's fine.
Confederacy of Dunces and see who. I can't even say it.
It's a
And see
great
who wrote
book.
it.
I laugh
it's driving
out
me
loud
crazy
reading
what
it.
his name is.
Oh, it's you can rent it on instant video.
Confederacy of Dunces is John Kennedy Toole.
Yep.
And,
It's the Raid Redemption. Is that it?
Oh, it's so good, Joe.
Confederate of Dunces.
There's a couple fight scenes you're like, that is. Did you guys? Anyone else see the raid?
No.
No,
I
is
haven't.
that the new Ben Affleck movie?
No, but it's so good, man. Just something about those third world kung fu flicks that they just do it a little better.
I think Benson got him.
What is this
Or they got
movie
him.
about, man?
Well, without giving away this
It's the Raid Redemption. That's what
yes.
it is, right? Okay, because there's just the Raid. That's a different thing. The Raid Redemption's not out on video yet. It's not out on video yet.
Yeah, it'll be out soon.
Hey, look, Bill Clinton surrounded by porn stars.
Oh, that dirty bitch.
Like,
Where is this at?
Clinton famous for Monaco
Just a minute,
moments ago.
I
Well,
love to read-
anywhere he's standing, why can't hot porn stars run up and get a picture? It's
It's
not
in the
like,
Wax Museum.
I used to have
it's
this
not like
bit
they
about.
check people to see if they're porn stars or not.
I used to have this bit about him being the first guy to ever go from being the president to going into porn. Like it's what I've always wanted to do. Like,
That'd be
you can't.
amazing.
Can you imagine? It's just the fucking disgrace of the presidents, and he's just got some website like Bill Clinton getting it done. It's just him all around the country,
be
just getting his dick
amazing.
sucked.
How
Bang bus
crazy
style?
is
Yeah,
that?
bang bus style, and he goes with like 4s and 5s, like like really fat, really black chicks. Just he'll just fuck
4s
everything.
and 5s are really
He
fat.
he just shows up places and whips his dick out. Here we go.
He just shows up at barbecue joints and just
Well,
gets his dick.
after a while, the word gets out that that's what he does. He just whips his dick out. So girls see him, they see the cameras, and the ones who are ready, they jump forward, and he goes, "Here we go." Pulls his dick out. Can you
The
imagine?
ones that are afraid of falling asleep can just jump over there.
Suck his dick. Stay
suck his
awake.
dick to
I
stay
got a
awake.
long drive.
Take the magic wake juice. That would be a crazy way to end the presidency.
Like he couldn't get any speaking gigs. No one was hiring him.
Well,
No one's throwing him
not
like.
after the porn. He just they probably sat him down. This is a terrible idea. He's like, I'm gonna do it.
I'm surprised that hasn't been a show pitch. Ex-president can't get speaking gigs. Has to do some illegal shit to pay the bills. That would be a great show on Showtime.
Would you remember
Jerks off
when
for
they
money.
used to have that
Webcam.
Got stick to stay away.
There was that stupid show where it was a fake George Bush show.
Yeah,
Remember that?
It was on Comedy Central.
Yeah, that's my Bush.
How bad was that?
It was the
fucking show?
South Park guys.
Yeah,
and
South
it was
Park
just
guys
a
did it.
total swing and a miss. It just didn't make sense. Like
That
it
was Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
And it was
sitcom.
like a sitcom with 3 cameras and the whole deal, and just
I feel bad.
very
saying it was
canned
so-
laughter.
shit.
And
Didn't
was
that
weird.
George Bush impersonator die recently?
Really?
Bush probably killed
It's
him.
probably CIA.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, you know the whole thing about the big conspiracy about Breitbart. Do you know the Andrew Breitbart conspiracy?
why he killed himself?
No, he didn't kill himself. He died of natural causes, supposedly.
Oh,
yeah.
because he had some stuff about Obama
He had
being
some
gay.
Obama thing that he said he was going to leak about Obama. Then the guy dies of a heart attack. Then his coroner gets poisoned. His coroner, who said that he died of a heart attack, died of natural causes. His coroner
Yeah,
got
natural
poisoned.
causes. He was like 40 something.
His coroner got murdered. The whole thing is fucking crazy. I love a good juicy.
How about that madam
Yeah.
who like hung herself in her back?
Yeah.
We're like 2 weeks early. She's like, everyone, I'm not going to kill myself.
Yes, she said that if they make it look like I killed myself, that I got murdered.
Did you ever
And
see the
this
one
was
with
the chick that was running the madam service for the entire White House. She had like all these. She was like saying, "I'm just saying that I have the names of senators and congressmen," and she had all these dudes on a ledger. And that
And she's
bitch
like,
just-
if no one gets me a lawyer, I'm releasing this book.
that bitch hung
Brian,
herself.
you got to queue up things that make you go,
things that make you go, Would it be the Arsenio Hall version or the CNC Music Factory version? Because You got to think CNC fucking jacked Arsenio there, man. I mean, he had that was like a segment.
It was
on
his
show.
phrase, yeah.
Things that make you go, Yeah, they made a song about it. Those cunts.
They must have made a call and paid him something.
I doubt it. Well, they were so full of shit in the first place. Remember, there was
they're
a fake
dead
voice.
of AIDS now. So
Are they dead of AIDS?
at least one of
AIDS.
them.
Super AIDS.
Here we go.
Super AIDS.
They got the new Super AIDS.
What a funny way to introduce like a conspiracy segment with this fucking
CNC
old
Music
school.
Factory.
This is the dubstep of the 80s, by the way.
Let's see what the Andrew Breitbart conspiracy says online.
Breitbart conspiracy. Here
so
we go.
you're madam. You got a book. You got some names. You're on the hook. How's it going, Tony?
Good. Did you ever see the one where that congressman shoots himself in the mouth in
Oh,
front of
yeah.
all those people at that press conference?
But I
Yeah,
what
that
I find
wasn't much of a conspiracy, though, was it?
Yeah, he kind of did it.
Bud Dwyer, I think his name.
Yeah, there was a whole thing going on though that he read before that he said that they were blackmailing him and all this stuff, and
I'm
that there
always
was no
amazed.
way out of it, and that was the whole thing, is that he gave up his blackmailers right before shooting himself.
Oh wow.
The thing about that whole thing is like I'm amazed at how clean the bullet came out. Like you think when someone shoots something, it's gonna get like boom.
Oh, you watched that shit?
Yeah, I saw it on. I don't like that
I don't
stuff.
watch it. Yeah, I don't.
I don't
watch
like
it.
watching that stuff at all. But he shoots and the bullet just comes out and just one little line, "Boo," and he just slumps down. I'm like,
Where was this?
Depends what kind of
it's
bullet you
it's a
use.
famous
Bud- the
video of
Bud
a
Dwyer.
senator.
Oh, it's on the internet.
putting
I'm
Oh,
sure.
that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy from Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he shoots himself, and the
Bud
bullet just
Dwyer.
comes out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd think there would be like some big kind of explosion
Well, the
going.
head, there's probably a big hole in the back of his head that you can't see. But the crazy thing is how the water or the blood rather just flows out of his
Yeah.
nose like a faucet.
Yeah, because he shoots straight up. You could tell it hits the roof of his mouth and goes up
Yeah.
and just clears that cavity, so that these things are just faucets at that
Oh my
point that are wide
God.
open.
Bad coke run.
Damn. He went for it, man.
You know, the
that
heart keeps
motherfucker
beating after that.
went
so
for
it's just flowing out.
So what's it saying about this?
Was it saying that Breitbart apparently said that he had videos, they're damning videos of Barack Obama, and he planned to release them right before the general election. He was going to wait for the election, and he was going to release things.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was going to make a big deal out of it and make people scared. And, you know, that's when they can get you. If somebody gets general public opinion like the week before
Oh, it's
and
perfect
releases
timing.
it, he'll never recover. Right? You'll never recover. So he said that they were going to show Obama from his college days to show you why racial division and class warfare are central to what Hope and Change was sold in 2008. So he's just basically saying that Obama's full of shit. So the fucking guy dies suddenly, 43 years old, and just dies. And then what's really crazy is that his fucking coroner is murdered. His coroner was poisoned.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, the
Who
guy who
does the
said.
autopsy on that guy?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, we need you to do an autopsy. The
Fucking
fuck
poison.
no.
I don't want to have anything
What
to do with
possible
that.
footage could he have of Obama in
Well, there was
college
this whole
that
theory
would be
that-
damning?
That he did have a gay lover out there, and that gay lover was some hairstylist in Florida, and that dude's disappeared.
Well,
he
there's
just
a-
went. He was just in an experimental phase, maybe.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something.
dude, he probably had long drives. Obama just had to stay up all night selling for a test. No one had
He's
any
got a
blow,
dick
so
in
he
his
smoked the
mouth the whole
pole
way.
and just
He
had to stay up all.
He had to stay
That's
awake,
right.
man.
There's
Sucking dick listening to dubstep.
apparently there's a lot of people online that believe that Obama had Breitbart killed. This is fascinating. There's like a lot of people on Twitter. All these different people believe that Obama had him killed.
Do you think
I
it's
wouldn't put it
Obama?
past him. Or who knows, man? It's probably the people that keep Obama happy, keep him safe. You know, there's probably shit that's done without his consent, shit that's done with his consent, things that they do the way they've always done them. But they've been whacking people since the beginning of time. You know, to think that because of today in the age of the internet that there aren't some people that work for the government that can keep a fucking secret, there are. It's just unfortunate, man, the way this has all gone down. I felt like Obama could have been the guy to fucking JFK this whole thing back together again. You know, he really seemed like he was going to be that guy.
He sold us all on a bag of goods,
Oh,
man.
we thought it was going to be fucking completely different kind of an organization.
But you know that he's tried a lot of things that he couldn't make happen because of the Republicans in the House and the Senate. Though,
yeah, but he
right?
signed a lot of things like the National Defense Authorization Act that are just unconscionable.
Well, he just turned out to be very, almost a conservative Democrat.
Yeah.
And but I'm not sure. I want to figure out how much of that was just to get it to a place where he can really make some changes by having another 4 years where. Those guys, that's the thing.
a cute thing. If
their second 4 years, they don't give a fuck. Then they'll go for whatever they can get,
You're basing this on hope, though, man. You're basing
you hear Bill Maher talk about that
how
all
can
the
you
time.
imagine Romney doing anything better? Or
But Obama's literally just continuing what Bush did.
Yeah.
Here's the whole thing.
Romney will really take it back to what Bush did. He will
take it back to
definitely.
what, though?
Like, that's part of the problem is a lot of what Obama's doing is fucking compromising when he should just be balls to the wall.
But you're pretending there
It's
really
pro
are
wrestling,
two teams.
dude.
Yeah. You're pretending there really are two teams. And
No, I know.
There's just teams supported by corporations. It's really that simple. The idea of conservative or liberal, it's all social, and it's all like, if you look at like the policies that Romney supports and the policies that Obama supports, they're absolutely identical. There's no change.
They feel differently about all the social differences.
Yeah, but that's a beach ball, man.
Yeah.
That's a beach ball. They chuck up in the air, and people throw it back and forth at each other.
That's a pretty important one, though. If Romney gets in there,
but it's
then
not real,
pro-choice
man. It
is
goes
gonna
back and forth. It's like, you don't think that in 2012 we would have figured out fucking gay marriage by now. The fact that that's still a debate, the fact that still gets, it's almost like a divisive tool.
Yeah, it's like shift focus over here. Look,
it's almost like these social issues are like especially the silly ones. Like, and how many years can they keep parading that gay marriage?
Liberal
one,
and
to the point where you realize, like I've always said, there's only morons don't want gay people to get married. That's it. You'd have to be a moron.
Stir it all
Agreed.
up. It's amazing how people vote on social issues over their financial
of course
situation.
And it's only dumb.
Well, they don't though. They won't. This is all
both
going to come
sides
down
do.
to jobs.
No,
that's
it
what it's
won't.
gonna
It
come
won't.
down to.
It comes down to
It's whoever scores the luckiest break in terms of jobs. Because like killing Osama bin Laden.
I don't have anything to do with that. Don't touch the president.
Killing Osama bin Laden. That should have been a slam dunk. Let's reelect this guy, and nobody gives a shit.
No, here's the thing.
It really is about everybody's personal.
Do you know the two Democrats
station in life?
The last two Democratic presidents have signed the biggest free trade deals in our country's history, which is where all the jobs are going. But you would think that would be a Republican conservative thing because they're pro-business, but that's not what happens.
And the Democrats and Obama are doing a lot of things that Republicans have always tried to do and wanted to do, and now that they're doing it, they're against it. This whole system's fucking ridiculous.
It's pro wrestling. It's like when the Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter get busted shit-faced in a truck, and everyone's like, "Hey, you guys are supposed to hate each other?"
There's a lot of what's going on right now is trying to recover ground. And that's because of the internet. Because the internet has really basically changed the whole fucking game as far as the way the world runs. There's very little that you can hide now. It's so much of it is transparent. So in order to just try to regain ground, they're going after civil liberties in cases of terrorism and all sorts of different ways of being able to say, we have the right to tap into you, to find out if you're doing something illegal, to charge you, to go after you, to violate your constitutional rights, to take away the need for a warrant. What they're doing is they're trying to figure out some way that they can gain ground. What they never expected the internet. They never saw this fucking thing coming. No one ever thought that you would have the ability to get together like we're doing right now and release some uncensored podcast. Just uncensored. Nobody's telling us what to do. And it's not like only one person or 100 people. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to listen to this. So you stop and think about that's never been around before.
Right.
No one saw this coming. No one saw WikiLeaks coming. No one saw Facebook coming. No one saw Twitter coming. They didn't see that you would have the ability to communicate with each other back and forth all across the fucking world. And then you got Google Translate, so you could read exactly what people are saying on other websites, and you can get what their propaganda is about the situation as opposed to our propaganda about it. And This is a hard time to be a cunty governor of land.
A lying sack of shit.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very difficult. So
There's
that's what all this NDAA shit is about. There's no real extra threat that we didn't have before that they need to fucking develop laws to protect us from. No, they're trying to regain ground. They're trying to find some way or another to keep people in line because this is just the first wave of an endless amount of fucking waves of information that are going to come at them. And then people are going to demand more and more control and interaction and choices being made online. And because we're gonna move away from the sort of representative government that we have right now, where you have to choose a representative, go to a fucking place and pull a lever. It's all ridiculous. That all you could.
Well,
start
most of
doing
what's
that
wrong
online.
about the world right now is the fault of old people.
Yeah,
Like,
the
all
ones
the,
that are
all the
stuck on
old
their
people
whole
need
thing.
to fucking die, and then we'll move
not all
on.
of them. Some of them get it. Some of
there's
them
a-
are
Oh,
pliable.
sure.
There's a funny comic
You
out
can't
in New
say
York.
all of them.
Neil, I forget his name, but he had a hilarious joke about the internet, about how nobody expected the internet because you never heard about it on Star Trek. Way back in the day,
Right.
they were never like, oh, Sulu, go on Google Plus and find out where blah 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 is. That you never saw, so they never expected something like
Right,
this.
we thought we'd be flying around in personal jetpacks, not traveling to anywhere in the world via something. It's a screen sitting in front of us.
Have you ever been to China?
The idea of teleporting was possible to them, but to have a camera on your phone, get the fuck out of here. To make a video on your phone, oh come on. To have music on your phone, Kirk never was just chilling with some music.
Yeah, why
blasting
couldn't
from
he
his
have an
phone.
iPod in his phaser?
Yeah, how
That
come
he just
couldn't?
listens to when he's on
Yeah,
when
maybe
he's on a
the
desert planet waiting to kill somebody.
Maybe the phaser was an iPhone.
Well, how
Maybe
about
they
the
just didn't
tricorder, the
name it.
thing that he would communicate with? It was a fucking walkie-talkie. It wasn't even a phone. He would have to say "Kirk out," right?
Kirk
He would have to
out.
let you know it was
They
over.
really didn't understand the future back then.
So true.
Like
Kirk
we do
out.
now.
Well,
Like
they-
we in the future do.
Well, Joe, it's like that joke you used to have about the walkie-talkie
Oh, about
versus a
Nextel,
phone. You're like,
yeah.
I think a phone is better than a walkie-talkie. Like,
Phone is the best shit. With a phone, you don't have to say over. Like, why would you take the old dumb shit and mix it in with the new good shit? You already have a phone. Why are you adding a walkie-talkie to a phone? It's so fucking stupid.
yeah, it was like, and that was a big selling point. And you could do it with this.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I'm taking
What
a
the
step
fuck?
back.
What the fuck, dog?
What's happening,
Oh,
baby?
Have they
shit.
started the show in there yet?
They're getting it together right now.
Right now? Nice. Packed?
Yeah, so far so good.
Beautiful.
From what I've seen, you know what I'm saying?
That fucking, what you said today is going to be on a t-shirt. He went on an epic rant against ranch dressing.
I fucking hate ranch dressing.
He goes, you
ranch
hate
dressing.
ranch
This
dressing?
I
is-
don't like it around me, dog. I'm from New York. I don't like that shit around me. Do you understand me? Not in your fucking wings.
This is what he
You're
says.
from 607.
And he goes, on my
So-
wings. He goes, this is the quote. On my wings, it's blue cheese dressing or go fuck your mother.
It is. That's it.
So that's the quote.
That's it,
Or
dog.
go, it's blue cheese dressing or go fuck your mother.
Listen, when I go into
Tweet
a
that when
place-
you wake up at 5 a.m.,
Oh,
Joey.
please. Tomorrow morning, first fucking thing. 5:01, I'll be tweeting that shit.
Blue cheese
All
dressing
that
and go
shit,
fuck
I'm a
your
real
mother.
fat fuck. All that shit I take to heart. I usually meet Einstein. There's this little place. Anybody know Hollywood? La Brea. Right in the middle of La Brea, before Santa Monica on the left, there's a little coffee shop. They've been closing up and reopening. I go in there with Einstein one time. I want the bagel fucking platter. I hate fucking eggs for breakfast. When I want a bagel, I want a fucking bagel. The guy looks at me and goes, I got no bagels. My blood pressure went 0 to 60.
That could
And
be a
why is it on the
breakfast
menu?
place.
Put the Mexican on the bike and tell him to go to Rouse and get me fucking 6 bagels. I don't even care if it's an imitation bagel, but you cannot tell me in this day and age that you don't have a fucking bagel.
Right.
I go back with Einstein again another month later. I'm in a great mood. I'm stoned. It's 8:30 in the morning. I ask the cocksucker again, let me get a bagel platter. He goes, we're out of bagels. I almost choked him because that's disrespectful.
And that would
Go
be a
get
good defense if you
one
did kill him.
fucking bagel. You have to. I'm by the fucking book. You don't serve wings with fucking ranch dressing. I have a personal vendetta against that shit. It smells like feet. I don't want on the same table as me. I don't want McDonald's in the same room as me. I don't even
I'm
know.
glad I know that.
I don't even order room service. I don't like food in the fucking room.
I like ranch, and I know not to order it.
Oh.
right now. That would be I'd get stabbed. I'd get a spork.
And
break my
especially like
fucking
I don't
neck.
mind if you're a fucking mook from somewhere and you put ranch dressing, but you're from 607 or whatever the fuck you're from.
607, John Jones.
Yeah, I expect you to fucking eat food the right way. That's
Okay.
all I expect from people.
Okay.
How you doing there,
I just saw the
Bobby
most
Brown?
awesome
Everything
thing.
all right?
What would you see?
Tony Hinchcliffe. He's like, all right, well, so
Send it into the mic. Send it
So,
into the
so should we start this? I'm like, yeah, let's go. And so he starts walking over to the small stage. I'm like, no, we're in the main room tonight. He's like, what? We're in the main room? And the Brandon goes, yeah, it's 185. And then he goes, are you serious? You're pulling a fast one. Like, he got all excited. And then he's just like slowly walking to the stage like, this is amazing. It just made his day.
Oh, that's funny. So he thought we were in the smaller room?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Both those rooms are awesome, man. That smaller room's a shit too. I like doing any shows here.
Doug Benson, what's the story? Where the fuck you been? You don't call, you don't write.
I was in.
You've been everywhere.
Does that happen to you as soon as you get back from somewhere off the road? They go, "Where were you?" And you're like, "I don't
Doesn't
fucking.
matter. I don't
I
give
was
a
out
fuck.
on the road
I was on
somewhere.
the road. I don't know. American Airlines.
I
Call
was
them.
someplace.
Call them. They'll get my fucking one number. Hey,
Yeah, but
where
I
are
had
you
a great
Comic-Con
time.
Week? Where are you Comic-Con week? Are you in town?
Yeah, I'll be around. What's going
You
on?
don't want to work that weekend? You're
Where?
not interested in working
Where
in
at?
San Diego that weekend?
Oh, maybe I might be able to, I can't do the whole weekend, but I might be able to do something. What's going on?
No, because that lady asked me, and I got the Thursday, and I can't do it because I booked a movie. And she's like, "Do you know anybody who could do the weekend?" I said, "The only motherfucker who go down there and knock it out of the park is Benson. He's perfect for that shit for Comic-Con." So
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually gonna try to shoot my next movie at Comic-Con this
okay,
year.
that's what it is. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
What's your next movie?
just I since the Super High Me was like Super Size Me, like I just do whatever Morgan Spurlock does now. I just do the same thing but add weed to it, and so his new movie that just came out is called Comic-Con Episode 4: A Fan's Hope. So I'm gonna and it was a nice little movie about Comic-Con in San Diego, but I'm gonna go down there and find the freaks in the costumes that want to go smoke some weed in a hotel room and film that.
Do you
Yeah,
do you
it
worry
should be
when you're
fun.
doing this about getting busted when you're doing all this pro weed stuff and smoking weed videos, and you worry about going to like some of the weirdo states?
Yeah, but I'm cautious there. I'm no Joey Diaz when it comes to.
But you don't get high with. Do you get high with fans?
Yeah.
Do you ever worry about that? That there might be cops.
No, because that'd be really weird.
You would say that, but remember those kids in Florida that got arrested by undercover cops posing as high school students?
Yeah,
if they would
yeah.
take it that far.
That makes more sense, though. It just seems like there's just I just fly under the kind of people that are in law enforcement that are that weird about pot are not paying attention to me and my comedy.
You think so?
I think
I
so.
know, so. You guys read all that shit and you believe it. It's
What?
fucking all that shit. It's nonsense that you read that, and we discussed it every time we on the podcast about 2 kids or all these people that are in prison over weed. I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about. If you're gonna smoke weed, stop running around scared, bro. Or don't smoke weed. That's it. Or don't smoke weed. That's it. But everybody's like,
I'm scared
the
everybody
2
smoking.
kids undercover. I've been smoking dope for 30 fucking years. If you can't tell 2 undercover cops, then you deserve to get fucking busted. And that's it.
Some people are terrible.
You got a good eye for
That's
that.
it, because they're stupid. You look at the fucking person and you put a blue suit on them. You know when it's a fucking cop. If you don't know, it's because you're a fucking geek.
Well, that's
you
true.
know
I mean, I've
mannerisms.
never-
You know how a person rolls a joint. That's why I told you guys when I used to buy coke from that guy on Sunset, there was no conversation. He put a coke rock up your nose first. That's a ploy. That's like people saying, if I ask you if you're a cop, you have to tell me the truth by law. You don't have to tell me nothing. When I got locked up in prison, I got locked up with people that told me stories about DEA agents that would shoot fucking heroin with them needle for needle. Needle for needle. Bang out in the fucking all night coke, fucking speedballs. And 7 months later, they show up at a fucking trial. Looking like fucking the cleanest person you ever seen with their hair. Oh, did you ever do drugs? No. How can I prove it? If I test you, it's not going to be in your fucking system. You think these guys are professional drug dealers? You think they actually fell for some guy? Oh, I don't do. You're coming to buy $80,000 worth of blow, and you're not going to taste it. Really? Well, this is Miami Vice then. No, I'm a businessman. Really? You're going to fucking taste it in front of me, or you're not leaving with that thing. I'm going to put a bullet in your fucking head. I don't know all these people you read about that get busted for weed. I don't know these fucking people. I've been around weed for 30 years. I don't know these fucking morons you talk about. I really don't.
They're just like, David
really
Lee
don't.
Roth buying weed in the park and shit
I
like
really
that.
don't.
Like it's just the situations where they draw attention to themselves somehow, and
I've never
some
understood
cop
that
that has
shit.
a chip on his shoulder about or just wants to, bust anybody for anything. I got a friend who spent a weekend in jail in Manhattan for flicking away a roach as a cop approached. And the cop just, put him in jail. He sat there for the weekend, and they let him go, and nothing happened.
Oh, no, they'll sit you on.
Weekends.
If you get arrested on a Friday, you're fucked because there's no judges. But in New York, there used to be 24-hour courts, or you can't make bail or something. But these people who sit in a fucking closet for a week in San Diego because the DEA threw them in there, Where the fuck do these fairy tales come from?
Well, that happened.
Yeah, that was fucked
Where
up.
the fuck does this
Scary
shit come from?
He
You know
was in
what I'm
there for
saying?
5 days drinking his own piss. He almost died.
Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, he tried to write a note to his mother in his arm
Yeah,
and couldn't
broken
get
glass.
it together. Couldn't
Yeah.
do it hard enough to make a mark.
What the fuck, man?
That was messed up.
That's crazy shit. And the kid wasn't even involved. They were going to let him free. And then he went nuts in there, ate some meth, found some meth on the ground and ate it. That's what I would do.
That's a horrible story.
What a crazy story.
James
Found-
Franco's going to be in the movie.
But they
Found
wouldn't
fat
listen
meth
to
on the
him.
fucking floor.
Then they wouldn't do anything. Like people were in the hallway. He could hear people. He was screaming, and they wouldn't do anything.
Banging on the door. Because that's, I'm sure,
What
most
everybody
people
does.
they throw in there
Yeah.
scream and bang on the door.
What a fuck up. I wonder if someone's even going to lose their job over that. They just like ignore it. Like what happens? We're not hearing about it.
They got to put super clear signs on the door. This guy, this guy we need to let out in a few hours.
He's just resting. Okay, don't leave him in there for a week.
Well, it's like tonight. I was watching World News tonight with Diane Sawyer, and they got the DEA agents that they're gonna fire for that whole fucking thing. You know, the Secret Service agents, whatever. These
Oh, the guys
Malbos
who
Oh
were,
yeah, yeah.
and
The
the
guys that
people-
got the hookers in.
And the people are like, well, how did we know we didn't? You guys didn't do this before. They have been doing it all their fucking lives. That's what's part of protecting the president, getting your dick sucked. That's part of the fucking package.
They were getting away with it and doing their jobs.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
One
And
guy
then,
had to be an
they
asshole.
got caught, or then somebody screwed up.
Well, it seems like one guy had to be an asshole. It
Right,
seems like
that's
someone
what-
was trying
it was
not to
12
pay.
of them. Instead of going out by yourself and getting your dick sucked on a solo mission,
Is that what it is? There was
Sure.
12 guys who were running
there was a
train
bunch
on
of
a girl?
guys. No, well, there were 12 guys out together.
Oh,
3 of them are getting fired. 2 of them were supervisors. 2 of them are suing them. They're trying to get their jobs back because
Really?
whatever the fuck it is, yeah.
Huh.
They've been doing it. That's
What
what
is like if they're off duty? Why
Yeah.
they broke a law, but it's not a law of being
It's such a stupid moral
Secret Service
argument,
guy.
too. It's like, what's going on? They want pleasure? Oh, those assholes.
And they're the best.
They
And they're
want
the
to
best
pay. They want to
scenarios.
pay for pleasure. Oh, fucking! Let's rake them through the coals.
Well, this is the best scenario, Joe Rogan, because these guys got the crew cuts. They got the American flag on the lapel. They got the fat fucking ugly wife at home who they married in high school. They're probably Christian or part of some other organization where they have to be moral and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And after 6 or 7 years, they lose their fucking mind. They go down to Colombia and they see hookers and real pussy and real titties, and they lose their fucking mind.
I mean, that's the thing. It should.
That's the fucking
It's
thing.
not like one guy did anything. It's like maybe there's a ringleader, but everyone went, "Yeah, I'm in." Like
Yeah.
it was a group thing because they're a group of guys that are traveling around the world and spending most of their time being insanely serious and
Insanely.
focused, like to a point where that's like why I think the Japanese are the most productive, is because they're also the most crazy when they're not at work. You know, they're the most like doing weird shit to enjoy themselves, to enjoy a life that it's mostly discipline and mostly hard work. Then they go fucking crazy. And that's what these Secret Service guys did.
They're in
All they do
another
all day
country.
is try to protect one
One
man from
person.
getting killed.
And now they're in another country. Forget the States where everybody's watching, where everybody oblo. At the Four Seasons, everybody fucking oblo. They're in some hotel now. Where were they? Colombia?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's
And it
$3
seems
for
like-
it's $3 to stab a chick.
It seems like someone should have sat these guys down and said, "Why the fuck would you want to create a problem? Just pay the girl.
Yeah,
if
just
you
pay
pay
the
the
chick."
girl,
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
everybody gets out with no problems."
No, it was one guy that's going to be played like, by like a Steve Buscemi type in the movie. Just one
Yeah,
asshole
one
that
asshole.
like just ruined it for
And
everybody.
were they doing
Steve
drugs?
Buscemi
They
is
were doing
perfect for
drugs.
that guy.
They
You're
were
the
doing
man.
It had to
right?
be.
I'm
No, I don't
not
know.
gonna pay you. That wasn't good sex or whatever.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
stupid reason.
Those
Exactly.
motherfuckers were doing yay too.
Yeah, it's
You
like
think so?
$2 a gram, Colombia.
Wait a minute. You don't think they test those guys? They test those guys.
Yeah, they test them like
They
crazy.
test the fuck out of those guys.
Dog, they
test
were in
their hair.
Colombia. When we're going to
Hey,
test them in 3
hey.
days? Come on, guys, relax. Relax. Don't believe
Settle
everything
down,
you
everybody.
fucking read.
Think-
Calm
This ain't
down,
a Law and
Brian.
Order episode.
Joey, do they cut their hair that short so that you can't get a good sample? Is that what it is?
You know, man, you got 3 fucking days.
But
got
won't
3
it show
days
up in your hair
overseas,
still? I think
you
it
know.
still shows up in your hair.
I don't know if those guys get tested in their hair.
Imagine if you were
every time.
bald and they required
that
pubes.
test is very expensive to test you with your hair.
Yeah.
A urine test to test you is very expensive once every 3 fucking days. Never mind when I pluck a fucking hair from you and I got 3,000 people every week. Well, you know what? Not between us. the government's that fucking dumb that they would do that, and that's what they would spend their money
Yeah,
on.
they would use
They
it.
would
They would
use it,
say they're creating jobs.
Right. Well, we're spending $11 million a
Fucking
year on
assholes.
drug tests.
Cup holders.
That's what they're probably doing. So I'm sorry. You guys are probably right. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, that's what they do. They
You're
create
right.
jobs.
Yeah, they create jobs.
surveyors and shit. Census takers. Those people that call you up and want to ask you questions. Like,
The census missed. They just said that they missed like
Oops.
1.5 million Latinos. Or
Well, at least they were
some
close.
race. They missed some huge chunk of the poor or somebody.
of
You
course.
don't know how many, listen, you don't know how many fucking Puerto Ricans are in a house. Okay, that's a fear factor question right there. You go to a house. Remember Alex Jones was talking about they could go into a house and look at it through a truck. Yeah, you'll still never figure out the real occupancy of a Puerto Rican or a Chinese. When a Chinese comes to this country, they all chip in on a Chinese restaurant. 6 of us chip in on a Chinese restaurant. We also buy a house, and we move all of us in there. You ever go to a Chinese restaurant, the kids are doing homework at 9 o'clock at night. They're there all fucking day. They're there with their parents. There's no playtime. There's no running and having a good time. There's none of that shit. You're
Running a restaurant is a motherfucker.
Is a motherfucker. But how many people do you think are in a Chinese fucking house or a Cuban house when they first come here from Cuba?
Yeah,
You'll
a lot
never
of them.
know, bro. You'll
Italian
never
house,
fucking
same
know.
thing. Yeah, a lot of them.
You never fucking know.
When people first come here from other countries, it's the only way to do it. I mean, that's what Mexicans are doing now. And, people who make fun of them, that's been the exact pattern that every single immigrant group has gotten and followed when they came into this country.
We all pool our dough together, get a business. We put our house together until one of us starts doing better, then the one guy leaves, the sister-in-law, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Is it interesting that the progression and how different ones are like the downtrodden of society, and then eventually that stigma attached to them goes away.
It's hysterical how right now who's coming. Today we were talking about the Thai people. Like when I was a kid, I didn't know no fucking Thais. I knew Chinese and Japanese. I wasn't trying to be funny. Now there's everything. There's Filipinos.
Right.
When I was a kid, I didn't see no fucking Filipinos.
Right.
They popped out. Mongolians. So, and what's funny is everybody's like, right now it's the Mexicans. You know what? 80 years ago it was the Italians that were getting spit on. And 90 years ago it was the Irish. They were calling them whatever the fuck they call them, potato eaters and, whatever the fuck they call the Irish people.
Potato eaters.
Yeah,
Goddamn potato eaters.
whatever the fuck.
You know how they do, eating them fucking potatoes.
How many pounds of potatoes will I eat before I die? You know what I'm saying?
The Philippines is a crazy fucking place. I need to get down there. I need to check out the Philippines sometime. They have like more great pool players than pretty much any part of the world. If you think like the best pool players in the world, if you took the top 100 pool players in the world, shit, maybe 30 of them would be from the Philippines.
Well, speaking of Filipinos,
Maybe even more.
Fucking, who's done Manny Pacquiao?
Why do you say that?
Did you watch the new 24/7?
No.
He pulled the Chris Tucker on us.
What'd he say?
He snapped, bro. Teaching Bible classes. He closed his discotheque.
He closed the discotheque.
Closed his discotheque, dog.
How could that happen?
Alcohol, women. No, in the Bible it says no. Yeah, he's done.
Well, you heard what he said about gays.
Yeah, he's done. He's
You know,
done.
he's talking
Once you
about the
get that
Bible,
religion
gay
involved,
Something happened at that discotheque.
yeah, something
Gay
happens.
marriage
talk-
is
he's
in
not
the
talking.
Bible.
Well, once you get home, 24/7.
There's a guy who has that Leviticus chapter or that paragraph about gay marriage, about man lieth with a man, should be put to death, whatever the fuck it is. Guy has it tattooed on his arm. And he put it up on his Twitter. And I'm like, how hard do you have to be fighting off the gay that you want to get a chapter from the Bible tattooed on your arm, and it's that man shall not lie with man?
Well,
Like, that motherfucker is fighting the gay.
I read today that they
that's
said
serious.
that same verse also said that you shouldn't get a tattoo.
No, not that same verse, but Leviticus. Yeah, Leviticus also says that. Yeah, you're not supposed to get tattoos.
So you just got a tattoo of the other.
People are so silly. Getting tattoos of Bible quotes on your body by itself, that in and alone is against the Bible. It's so stupid.
So what you're telling me is that these elections are all pretty much won and lost by A, abortion issues, and B, probably this gay issue. That's
It's a
what
little of
people-
that, and social conservatism, the idea, it's social programs, the idea that the Democrats want to turn things into communism and socialism and give away all your money. The Republicans are going to take everything back and make everything strong and support businesses and fuck up the environment, and then they fuck it up too bad, and then the Democrats come in and say, we're going to clean up the mess that our bad friends, the Republicans, left behind. And it's basically a beach ball that they bounce up in the air, and that beach ball is like social issues and all the different things that we think are going to keep our community safe. And really what's going on is they're just getting money from corporations to stay in power, and then once they're in power, they use that power to help these corporations make even more money, and by doing a bunch of shit they shouldn't do, like invading foreign countries and fucking with their economy and setting up puppet governments and, you know, robbing countries of their resources, promising them big money that they can't pay back, giving them the money, then they can't take it back, so we go in there and take all their resources. That's from the economic hitman. I mean, we've been doing that. We've been setting countries up, third world puppet countries and third world, you know, governments. We take over the government. We've been doing that forever. We've been doing that since the beginning of time. Anybody that's got anything remotely valuable, we just figure out a way to get it. We have insane amounts of money.
But people, the people in Kansas don't give a fuck about that.
They don't know about it.
They want to know, right? They don't know about it. They don't care about it.
They want to know about God. Who supports God?
Who supports God? What is your stance on abortion? And the gay thing.
Well, you know, that's
so
what Matt
weird.
Hughes said when Bush was running. He's like, I'm a Christian, so I support Bush because he's a Christian. Like, for some people, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
You know, in this Mitt Romney character, that's not really Christianity.
No, he's in a weird position
Yeah.
because I just think the election's going to come down to whatever happens the week before.
It doesn't matter. It's all fake.
It's
What
gonna,
happens
but
the
it's
week
going to be
before?
something.
It's going to be a
Something.
tragedy right before.
Well, no, it's just if anybody has something in the news cycle that's damning in any way, you know, or makes people lean the other way. Like, so many people don't even vote or pay attention to any of it. Like, so the people that are paying attention are, you know,
It's all so
gonna
weird.
be
I don't have
swayed.
any faith in it at all anymore.
In
After
what?
You're not
Obama,
gonna
the
vote?
system, I don't know. I don't have any faith at all in the system anymore. I think that once you get to a certain position where you're in the position to be possibly the president, you're compromised. And I think if you're not compromised, you're never going to get there. I think it's really that simple. I think it's a job. It's not what we think it is. And I think that it's slowly being exposed. The evidence is all there. And one of the big ones was that they have speech writers. I mean, what the fuck is that? Shouldn't you know what that guy thinks? Shouldn't you know what the main guy has to say about all the issues? How is it possible that the main guy is allowed to go and hire people that are really good at saying a bunch of shit that'll probably never happen, but probably also get you elected? How is that even acceptable? How is it even possible that this guy who's qualified to run everything can't speak for himself? You know,
well, he does quite a bit, but
don't you feel funny about comedians that hire writers?
yeah, but you know, there's every comedian that has a show of some kind. The
Right,
whole thing
okay,
is
yeah.
written, you
Of
know.
course,
But
yes.
but yeah, if someone's going out to a comedy club and they're armed with a bunch of material that was written for them, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, isn't that weird
But-
for a president as well?
But he's on TV, and so we're always, you know, not me, but lots of comics are, you know, supplied material for TV appearances. You know,
I see that, but we have to make things
Obama
fun.
still has to pick which parts of the speech to say.
Yeah.
You know, he still edits it. He has to agree with all of it.
It's so fucking weird.
It's
So
the whole
weird,
thing
so
is
archaic.
It's all just so strange and
Strange and gross.
pointless.
It's just gross. It's like this detachment from, you know, what gets done in other parts of the world, and, you know, the impact that it has on us as individuals. It's like this is a weird detachment. We can't feel what's going on in Afghanistan. We can't feel what's going on in Iraq. So we're not in the streets rioting, you know, screaming for the government to pull out of there.
Some of us are,
I am.
Some.
but yeah, but it is.
You know what I mean? As a country,
You feel so helpless. You just feel like, well, that's what they're going to do. I mean, you know, that's
yeah. And
how
you
can
know
I
what?
how can I stop it?
As long as there's economically disenfranchised neighborhoods where they're going to be able to pull soldiers out, they'll always be able to do stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
You know, as long as the economy stays in the
it's
toilet.
a great. I mean, you know, as long as you get through it okay and don't go through too many horrible incidents, it's a great way to, you know, get up out of, you know, a tough situation.
Yeah, it's weird how it got to be there.
But they really do, like most dudes in the military seem to, even if they joined just because it was their only hope, it seems to work for people until they get injured or killed.
It seems to work for them, like in what
Well,
way?
you know what I mean? Like people, like soldiers are very, they become quite disciplined and very focused on their, you know, whatever the mission is. You know, it's like they, you know, it's not like it's just people that are just, you know, like just get through it somehow just without ever trying. You know what I mean? You You have to do what they tell you to do.
Right. So you're saying like you develop a certain sense of discipline from that. This
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
lot of people, that's very necessary to them.
Yeah, but
lot
I
of
think those
people-
people should be just back here, just using that discipline to defend our everything we have here.
Right. Well, that's how it should be.
The
you know?
global reach thing is just bizarre, especially because there's so many places where there's atrocities going on. Why aren't we going there? What
Yeah.
you know, what's driving where we do decide to fight?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What is? Yeah. It's very hard to justify if you sit and lay it all out. There's very few conservatives that have anything, in my opinion, that's remotely reasonable as far as why we're over there. It doesn't. It's all of it's silliness. It's like all of it is the reasons why we're over there we would have never agreed to. It's not why we would have ever gone there in the first place. We went over there because we thought we were going to get at the people that attacked us. And the fact that they were able to pull off the Afghanistan thing at the same time, it's all just so damning, you know. And where's it go? Where's it go from here, man? You know, when we pull out of there, is that just it? And then we find a new asshole that we don't like in another part of the world, and we go to jack him? Is it Iran? Are we pulling out of Afghanistan because they're anticipating a 2015 war with Iran? You know, what the fuck knows, man? It's so stupid. It's just at one point in time, we're going to have to figure out a way to fucking everybody settle down. It just seems like the United States, though, never wants to give any country the opportunity to be our equal or even close or even dangerous.
Oh yeah, no, being number one is very important to us.
And yeah, but it's also like we're like, look, we're not dropping bombs on you, but you crazy assholes, if you had this shit, you might use it. And we can't let you have it because it's too nutty even for us to have it. But we got it, and since we got it, you can't have it, which is kind of reasonable. But it seems like technology always advances. It seems like there's going to come a point in time where there's this bottleneck. They're gonna figure out a way through that.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna figure out a way through it.
For sure.
I mean, it won't be for a while. Like, I think nuclear material is difficult to obtain, and you can kind of control it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me that they're working on sensitive grids where they can literally detect pockets of uranium, like any size, all throughout the country. That they will have like a map of the United States, and we'll be able to literally, like, if someone tries to come in with a dirty bomb or someone tries to come in with some nuke bomb, they'll know where it is at all times. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It is, but I'm for it.
Do you think it's true though? Do you think they have that yet? Oh, I'm for that, man.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
I'm all for it. You know, but that's something where I'm sure there'll be some people that on the crazier side of the left will be like, well, that's, you know, an invasion of privacy, that they're staring at every inch of the earth to find this uranium.
Crazy fuckheads. Crazy, ridiculous fuckheads in this world.
Yeah, because that seems like that's just like, what other reason would anyone need to have uranium?
Yeah, what other reason would they?
So why not just know where all the uranium is?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing with uranium?
What are you doing? What are you doing with that? Why are you trying to go through airport security with uranium in your pocket?
Oh, that. Oh, I didn't know I had that.
I didn't pack my pants this morning.
Why is it in a vault 4 inches thick of lead? Oh, shit. Forgot about that. That's just some uranium. No worries.
Remember when they used to always ask you verbally if you packed your own bag?
Yes. They don't do that anymore?
Mm-mm. Now
When did this stop?
they.
Kinda
It's
got
been a
little
while. They sort of phased it out. Now it's just sort of sometimes on the screen when you're signing in to get a ticket, it'll say something about, you know, has a bag just been in your possession? But even that I haven't seen much of lately. It's weird. It's just they just sort of moved on from that. Like, well, that isn't necessarily gonna. Who's gonna say no? I didn't pack my bag.
Isn't it weird that shoes were cool for the longest time until some asshole tried to blow up his shoes?
Just one guy. Yeah,
and then
that's
the guy who tried to blow up his underwear. Remember that guy?
they're
They
saying
still
now.
haven't checked underwear yet.
Yeah,
though.
but they're saying now that they might get rid of the shoe thing. We might get to just wear our shoes.
Really?
Maybe.
When was this?
I've just been hearing rumblings about it.
Takes a lot of time to take your fucking shoes off, especially for some people.
Well, they have shoes you can buy that are like airport friendly that you
Yeah,
can
like
walk through.
Crocs.
But,
Yeah,
it's
like
some
a
bullshit,
weirdo
but-
walking around your weirdo hippie shoes. I've become I'm a airport security ninja. Like, I'm extremely good at it, and you know, for the most part, it's not you know, it gets annoying if you're like on a tour, like where you're going town to town to town. But as long as I'm flying every 3 or 4 days, you know, it's like going to a job where you have a locker room and you have to change your shoes. You
Yeah,
know?
it's no big deal. You just go through
Hey, Ari.
it.
Hey, Ari. You're on the podcast right now. Are you coming to the Ice House?
Yeah, I just got out of the show.
Powerful, Ari Shaffir.
All right. How long are you guys going to go?
We're going to go on for a while, so yeah, just make it when you can.
Okay.
All right.
How's it going, guys?
Holla.
I was recording my new album that's coming out in a little bit on 420. I guess you did a show in Atlanta on 420. That's cool.
Yeah, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. 420.
Oh, dude!
to
Every
do a
year you
special.
got to do a show.
Well, I was filming a new special, and I was trying. It was also that we were in Atlanta that week, and it was also the show was already sold out, and it was the night before UFC, so it was going to be packed. You know, like the town was going to be nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was fucking perfect, man. It couldn't have been any better. But it was my first time I ever did anything on 420. But I only did it because it just happened to be that Friday night.
Yeah,
You
well,
do it
next
every
year it's going to be on
420,
Saturday.
bro.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
you got it mapped out, son.
Well, it just moves it one day over each year, except for leap year. It skips skips an extra day.
Well, you're right, but you're wrong, and you're wrong in that the Mayans say there will be no next year. Later, brother. See you, man.
Bye, Sam
Powerful.
Tripoli. Good to see you, buddy.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thanks so much.
Powerful Tripoli.
Sam
the crowd-
Tripoli.
The crowd is really good, and I got to go in there, but
All right,
it's
go in
amazing.
there, buddy.
Is it awesome in there?
So I was doing my, taping on 420 up at this place called Parlor Live in Bellevue, and sometimes I read tweets from people in the audience,
Right.
and I read some tweets, and then a guy in the audience yells out, "Hey, read some more. Read another tweet. I just sent you a tweet." And I was like, "Okay, I'll try to find your tweet." And I found the guy's tweet, and then I read it out loud, and it just said, "Doug Benson, powerful." And it got this big laugh from the crowd because they all know you and listen to you, and it was it was also just funny that he got my attention just for me to read the word powerful, and it reminded me of Howard Stern's fans with the Baba Booey all the time.
Right.
It'd be good if Joe Rogan fans got powerful into things.
Bert Kreischer said some lady called her that at the airport. She said the old lady came up to him and went, "Powerful, Bert Kreischer." And he went, "Whoa." He's like, "That was the freakiest fucking thing that ever happened in my life." He goes, "It came out of her mouth. I didn't expect it. It just seemed weird."
Yeah, it takes you off guard if somebody that you perceive as older is a fan.
Yeah.
That always seems weird. Like, my filthy act, this old lady is.
They still hang in there. Some people, you realize, like, I did that Dave's Old Porn thing today, and one of the things he was talking to me about this guy who was, like, in his 40s when he was in porn. And now he's, like literally on death's door. He's, like, an old man. He's, like, in his 70s. And you're like, that's the same guy. I mean, he just got old. He was a crazy coke-snorting porn star, and then he just got old. And now here he is. Like, he'd probably love your act, is what I'm trying to say. And he's, like, fucking 70,
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. There's something about people sort of cling to what they liked when there's like a certain age where all their tastes really kicked in, and they just want to, hear stuff from that time.
Dean Martin or nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I like a little Frank Sinatra, but Frank was, you know what? He was very egotistical. He's a talented man, but they won't listen to none of this young shit.
I like new stuff. I'm into new stuff.
I'm into all kinds of stuff, but I'm into a lot of 70s stuff. I like, there's something about the sound of the 60s and the 70s, late 60s and the early 70s, where to me it's just like they just nailed a frequency. I don't know what it was, but that's when I think of like classic rock, like I don't really include like stuff that's classic rock now, like Led Zeppelin or Van Halen rather, which is like, you listen to classic rock, they'll play some Women and Children first. But that was in the 80s, and in my opinion, it was already over by then, the classic rock. Classic rock was like 60, 69, like late 60s to like the early 70s, when all like Hendrix started dropping off and Janis Joplin died and and Morrison died, and it's like that was like sort of the exit of that generation. Then Skinner, they died in a plane crash. They were like the last wave, in my opinion, of like real classic rock.
When do kids hear any of that, though? I
Kids-
guess in
if
the
kids don't
soundtrack
hear-
of movies quite a bit.
Yeah, well, kids are hearing shit, man. They hear about it on the internet. Like, we'll hear someone say something about a classic Zeppelin song or something, and then they'll go check it out and listen to it. And there's just so much to listen to, and there's so much new shit that kids today are trying to keep up with. There's all these Drake and Lil Wayne and this and that, and it's like you got to pay attention to so much to even know what you like. And then some of it is just pretending to like shit because all your friends like it, and you don't want to be on the outskirts of your social circle. So
The internet's really opened up for the kind of musical tastes of younger people. I've noticed, like they're more likely to know older shit just because they stumbled across it on the internet. You know what I mean? Like how much older music are kids gonna be exposed to in like TV shows and stuff?
if you looked at it as
Guitar Hero.
Guitar
Hero got a lot of kids hip to a lot of old music.
That's true. That's very true.
That's good. Video game. That's one of the best ways to teach people something. It's fucking video games. You know.
Yeah. No, they're.
It's funny when you look at music, and you look at the recordings of music from the turn of the century, from the turn of the 19th century or the 20th century rather, the 1900s, and then look at it today. Like look at that full cycle. And it's like, holy shit, what a crazy... If you looked at it like a mathematical program, you would go, look at, first of all, the amount that there is now. The incredible amount of music that's being produced every day just by people in GarageBand and using these little, programs that you can do it on your PC. You can make, like, all these musical guys like Deadmau5 and Skrillex and all these guys that are... I mean, there's so much fucking music being made now. If you looked at it as just, like, numbers... Like the exponential increase in music and the complexity of music to go from like that fucking old stupid shit that they used to play, think about some of the stupid ass music that they used to play. They used to think it was great. They go down to the sock hop and listen to some stupid fucking band. Some of it was terrible, and it was so simple and dumb. And then you go and listen to like some of the best Soundgarden shit, like Blow Up the Outside World, and just think like, whoa, what a crazy evolution in the complexity of music. Look what it's become. Look how it's gone from Peggy Sue. Now I know why I feel blue. My Peggy Sue. Gone from that to Blow Up the Outside World.
Yeah, but it also went from symphonies and concertos of major significance to that silly music, and then on to a more serious and complex version of
right, where it's sort
what's
of like
considered
came back
popular.
around, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's also the amount of power that you were able to attach to an instrument to change the sound. That was a completely new thing. I mean, it came with electricity, whereas people have been practicing with all the classical instruments for thousands of years. It's like all of a sudden an electric guitar existed where it didn't exist before, and a whammy board, and and Hendrix is doing shit with pedals, and nobody could do that before. It wasn't even possible. The technology didn't exist, so the whole thing changed. I mean, think about like the sound of the Doors.
What's the new? Is there going to be new musical inventions, or is it just?
I think it's a bit
is
electronic.
There just enough? Yeah, well, certainly.
I think they're just going to get better at electronic shit to the point where it's more. Some of it is great. Some of it is not so great. It's just like stand-up comedy, man. We could say that we like comedy, but if without mentioning any names, you and I can both pick up 6 or 7 guys off the top of our head that if we were in town and we knew that guy was headlining and we had to sit down and watch his set, we would be fucking tortured. It's not entertaining at all. It would be a terrible, terrible feeling. I think it's that way with music too. I think it's that way with virtually any art form. I think there's.
But at least with music, it can be the background.
Yes. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be in the foreground if you're not enjoying it.
Comedy is a funny thing where you can't be in the background and you can't even hear it more than once and enjoy it the same way. Like music, like you want to hear songs over and over and over again till you get a good groove.
Well, we're lucky that there's some people that like to hear material or podcasts over again.
Yeah.
But it is kind of it's not like music where you want to hear it.
I listen to podcasts.
You can hear songs hundreds of times, but like you can't listen to some same joke 100 times.
I've listened to some speeches and lectures and some podcasts I've listened to dozens and dozens of times. Some of the old McKenna ones, I've listened to those dozens of times. I got a great Graham Hancock one when he was on Disinfo Radio. I listened to that one at least a dozen times. I just the format is such a great format for travel. When you're in a car,
Yeah.
on a plane or something like that.
plane, yeah.
You just chill.
Train.
You get wrapped up in the conversation. You think and you chill and you just travel. But god damn it, man, do you find yourself like getting annoyed at the people interjecting cunty things into why did you think that this, like they have some really bizarre like nonsensical take on, that was just your insecurity, or why were you being a dick, and why'd you keep cutting him off, or why'd you like some people will just interject into the conversation as if you were having a nice conversation with someone and then someone just appeared. Why are you doing? You're fucking judgmental and you're. It's like when you give people the opportunity, so many people the opportunity to interject into that strain of conversation. Like you got to filter out a lot of cunts.
Well, yeah, they have something to say that they don't realize is part of the deluge, the constant flow of that kind of crap all the time,
and usually speaks to some sort of a social issue that they probably have.
But they're also so unlikely to say that to you in person, and if they did, when you objected, they would immediately backpedal.
Well, they certainly wouldn't say it the way most people say it online. And
yeah,
they don't
just
realize,
won't come right out with stuff. They're a little bit more subtle.
It's childish. What it is you get used to not having the consequences, not having consequences for saying certain things. You don't have, you don't get hit. You don't do this. You don't do that. And because of not having those consequences, you say shit anonymously. It's not even attached to you. You can go, like one of the things that we said on my message board was we were going to try to make people post with their real names and use a photo of yourself. So we'll try to treat each other like nice. And so many people said I can't do that because of work. Because if they found out, at work, what kind of shit I post.
Dom Irrera,
Dominic!
everybody.
Hey! Dominic! My brother.
Yay!
How are you, pal? Have a seat. Good to see you.
Jump in, get some headsets
You
and
fucking
a
animal.
microphone. And
Dom Irrera said, Joe, I'll see you there at 11. 10:47. He strolls in like a doctor.
That's right. I told you.
Is that on?
Is this on?
It sounds on, yeah.
Put the headsets
You got
on.
some headsets?
America knows you're out there, Dom.
America. I love that country.
Where'd you come from?
I did the Laugh Factory.
How was
I did the Comedy Store.
Oh, nice. Who's down there?
Argus was there.
Oh, powerful Argus.
Yeah. Which is good because he doesn't try and be funny. He just basically reads the news to you.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, you get
part
to
of the
find
night.
out what's going on in case
so you don't
you're busy today.
CNN. He edits it and makes it more concise.
Does he still do that? He still reads the newspaper?
Yeah, right.
Every day, 9:15 report.
Really?
Yeah.
So weird, man.
Wow.
It's weird. Those guys that get that one spot every day,
Well,
they
he's
get-
gonna get it
9:15
the
for
rest of
life.
his
What's the funniest joke you ever heard out of him?
I have never heard somebody.
No
say-
comment.
How could you
Nothing?
remember? He's got new ones every night, right?
I have never heard somebody say, "Did you hear what Argus said?" You had to be in the room, or even for that matter, Leno. Since Leno used to be a great comedian, but since Leno's had the Tonight Show, I've never heard one comedian go, "I couldn't control myself. I was crying laughing at Leno."
Yeah, he's definitely watered it down. If you go back and watch the old Letterman
That's when he was
episodes when
great.
Leno would go on as a comic, he would just go on as a comic. He was a
Yeah.
fucking animal.
Yeah, he was
Very
one of my
edgy.
favorites when I was younger. One of the first comics I ever saw live, and when he said "Where are you from?" and "What's your name?" and riffed on whatever the hell I said, I thought he was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And then
He was a real edgy guy.
Then everything
before he
else
got that
happened.
gig.
He sold his comedy soul.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
weird.
For cars.
It's weird because also, if you hear him interviewed, he's still pretty sharp. Like
He's a very nice guy. I've done his show a couple times,
Yeah,
and he
he
couldn't
is.
be more pleasant. I love doing his show. He's a very nice guy. Jay Leno is like one of the genuinely. I mean, I'm sure he's very ambitious. Like he was portrayed kind of unflatteringly in that late night movie show.
Sure.
I mean, maybe he did do that, but maybe he was doing that was trying to save his job because he's super ambitious. I
He's
can understand
desperate
all
for
of that.
That job
Yeah.
was his dream. That's all he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got
Yeah,
their dream.
two guys
For
had the
you-
same dream. And
For you, it wouldn't be a good gig. It wouldn't be a good gig for me. It wouldn't be you. We would feel trapped. We were
No.
like, well, I can't be
5 days a
myself.
week.
And well, not only that, like what's really funny is he won't do specials. He's got a weird philosophy. And his philosophy is, why would I do a special when they would give me X amount of money? I can do that act on the road for years and make money. Now, if I do a special, everyone's going to know the jokes. I got to write new jokes.
But he does the same jokes. In his stand-up act, there's new stuff every night. He's writers reading it, but then he does the same 20 minutes, and he would go, "Hey, thanks a lot for letting me try out some new stuff." I'm thinking, you didn't try out one new word. But there was, they're going to think of this is new stuff. Boy, is it strong.
yeah.
Well, he's got
smart.
He's got jokes that are years old. and they become samurai swords. They're folded, sharpened, and
Yeah.
there's there's two schools of thought when it comes to stand up, and a lot of those guys from that era, he's one of those guys that came out of Boston as well. He started out in Boston.
I don't think of him as a Boston actor.
I know.
He doesn't have that edge.
He did. Back in
Yeah.
the day, he did.
Yeah,
He
he
certainly did. When he used to go on Letterman. What's going on, Tony?
Okay, thank you.
Powerful Doug Benson.
Hey,
at 5.
Tony, get out of there. Get out of
Hey,
here.
fucking Tony. What's this shit? What's going on here, Tony?
I got 5 minutes.
Powerful Dom
Let's
Irrera.
do this.
Are you prepared?
I think so. I'm gonna go up there
I'm
and
feeling
I'm
good
gonna tell
vibes.
some Jay Leno jokes from his monologue last night. He had some real good ones.
Well, some guys used to do that. They used to get the East Coast feed of the Tonight Show, and they would go on and do like at the store and at the Improv. They would do
Just to prove that the jokes don't work.
no, just to, to steal.
I did that to Mike Siccone's wife, me and him. The East Coast feed thing for Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
We watched it, and then we commented on it while she's watching it. She goes, "You guys are incredible." I go, I think it's going to be like a 7, 6, You go, no, I think it's going to be like an 8. And, one of us would be ready to go. How do you know? You go, I got a feel for it. I'm a good judge. We had to tell her finally.
Yeah, you could rob people
Oh yeah.
if you have an East Coast feed and you want to gamble. Come on, bitch, put up some money.
Some dumb people
Yeah.
wouldn't get why you're betting on a huge underdog. Or
I watched a
something.
guy bet on a pool match that was taped over a year ago. Yeah,
I was thinking today.
I did. Dude, they were watching. I was on TV. It was at that was my friend Johnny made a guy bet on it.
Oh yeah.
It was at White Plains Billiards. They have the TV sets, hanging from the ceiling, and there's a pool match going on, and someone was commenting on it. And he comes over and he goes, "There's no way this guy's gonna fucking beat him." And the guy goes, "Oh, he's a great player. You don't know that guy? Psh, I don't give a fuck who he is. He ain't beating that guy.
Right.
That guy's." And then he would get somebody to gamble, and they would. It's fucking. I mean, the score has been decided like a year ago.
I was thinking about last night when we were playing, and I did the thing that I always hate when I do. I was bitching about missing shots, and bitching to you, who's trying to compete with me and beat me.
Well, we said about this, I never think about pool as playing another person.
Yeah, you're right.
You always think about it as playing the balls. I mean, when you got to play the balls really well when you're playing certain people, because they can play really good defensively, but you're really not playing them. You're really playing whatever shots you get. You're playing the balls. It's a weird thing, but it helps your brain if you think about it that way. That way you always look at it in terms. It never becomes emotional. It all becomes just patterns, numbers, and angles.
Yeah. But
Good luck in there, Doug Benson.
Doug, break a leg. Let us know how you did. I worry. I will. He's good people.
If they ask, let them know I'm wearing shorts. No. What are you doing with that chair, man?
Just trying to get through.
Oh, sorry, bro.
I don't think you can.
I thought I could just wheel
I think it's over. Can you hop over that chair if you had to, if there was a fire behind you? Dom Irrera, it's down to you and me. This is like a game of musical chairs. It's down to you and me, but we're side to side. So
Want
unfortunately,
to go over there?
no, you
Feel
can't.
more
Well, it
comfortable?
doesn't matter. You want to go over there?
Both of you.
It's a 2-shot. You know that. You're in the business.
It's a deuce.
It's a 2-shot. You did you do a DirecTV judge show?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
I never got a chance to see that.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Did Mooney do one of those things too?
He
Something
did
like
a
that?
couple of them, and he would really play it up,
Was he on yours or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't?
He would he dressed up. He would wear a wig. He had Aunt Jemima on it. That's a woman dressed as Aunt Jemima. Now you know how degrading that is to blacks, and
Right.
he always bitches about the black stuff. But when it's his turn, he wanted to make fun of them.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
what did he had? What is it? What was Aunt Jemima on it?
It was just he brought her out as a witness, a character witness.
What?
Yeah, no, it was goofy. I mean,
Oh, that's hilarious. That's very silly.
it was DirecTV, which was good practice in case we did do television.
I did a pilot for something exactly like that a long time ago for Merv Griffin's company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did
there's
you ever? You never did his show. You were too young. right?
No, I never.
I
did
did
a show.
it.
I got to meet him. When it was just like when we had made this pilot. They never could sell it. It wasn't really well put together either. But the idea was the same thing. They were going to call it like Rogan's Law or something. There was no.
Oh, and you were going to be the judge.
I was a judge, but it was no real law. It was just like whatever I decided.
I'd like to see you as a judge. Hey, how about I beat the shit out of you?
I wouldn't talk like that, Dominic. You
The old
He's
you.
an unfriendly light here. This is not how I feel with these people. But it all depends on like having a show like that is a great idea, but it would really depend on like who the people were and what their issues were, what the grievances were. You could get like a bunch of duds in a row, and then get a few cases that were dynamite. You would really have to have good people picking.
We had
out
the woman who did
grievances.
Judge Wapner's show.
Oh, there you go.
She was the one that got that.
Whatever happened to Rusty? Remember Rusty the bailiff? The Judge Wapner show, he would talk to everybody after they were fucking furious. Something happened to him. It's just after so many talking to one too many losers, just didn't.
Remember Judge Wapner had to go to animals?
He went to animals?
Yeah, he went from people to animals.
Did he really?
Yeah, the pet judge.
Really?
Yeah, like different animal disputes.
Is he dead? Is Judge Wapner dead?
I don't know. I hope
Why
not.
the fuck wouldn't he be the same guy in the People's Court? Why wouldn't they bring him back for a comeback? Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. Take it easy, Joe.
Judge Wapner. Let's look up where's Judge Wapner now. Have you had a guess? Dead or alive?
I say dead.
I agree with you. Is he dead? I think so. All right, let's find out. Judge Wapner.
Well, he was 80 then.
His name is Joseph Wapner. Was he 80 then?
I think so.
He was born in 1919. He is 92 years old. Wow.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Wow.
God bless
He
him.
ran in syndication from 81 to 93 for, ready for this? Strap in, 2,484 episodes. Holy shit. That's a lot of fucking episodes.
Well, you know who cashed in on it was Judge Judy.
Oh, she's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Isn't that incredible? That bitch flies around on a private jet.
That's like the
Just for fucking giving everybody the crab face. Dirty bitch. Rich dirty bitch. She's got some cash. So it's amazing
Hey,
when.
thanks for that stick last night.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's beautiful.
I'm glad I could give it to you.
I was
Glad
drunk,
like
you
it.
know. Could you tell I was drunk?
You're playing good. Made some good shots.
Oh, thanks. But I missed some such easy shots.
When you're tired, it's late too. You know, we didn't
was-
start playing until like 11. You know, it gets late at night. It's tough to concentrate.
It was
Stuff
fun though. I like you because you just want to keep playing.
Yeah.
You're tireless.
Well, we get into a groove. You know, when we play, we were talking about this last night. After like the first 3 hours, that's when you get in stroke. That's when the shots start coming and you really get a good feel of what the cue ball's going to do. It's like a meditation, man, for me. But running out on a table, it's like the only way to do it is to put yourself in that groove and just plan it all out and execute it.
I love to watch it, even if I'm playing you or playing the guy who's doing it. Even if I'm losing that game, I still love to watch it run out.
Yeah, if a guy's good, it's inspiring. Yeah, I mean, you don't want him to win, but damn, it looks good. You know?
What's funny about pool, Joe? People never brag about being great pool players like they would. Like you hear somebody going, "Man, I'm a great basketball player. I'll take you to the well. I'll kick your ass." You never hear a guy going, "You want to play me in pool? I'm terrific." You know what I mean? Never. Because there's always this possibility of gambling. The big pool players just don't talk like that.
Yeah, real pool players pretend they haven't played
I
in years.
bang them around a
I
little.
haven't hit a ball in a long time.
No.
They'll say shit like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
like the real players. We were talking about how many assholes like to pretend that they hustled their way through college.
Oh, that's the biggest crock of
It's
shit.
gross. It's
What
such.
fucking college did you go to that's so big that you could make a living?
Yeah.
You know, hustling. Where are the pool halls? Where
Yeah.
are the you know.
How much money do you need to live?
Yeah. I mean, say you make $500.
Yeah, ever.
But I mean, how are you going to make that every day?
You're not.
in a college.
If
town?
you get lucky, you can make $100 here, 200 there. You might make a good score and have 1,000 or 2,000. Or if you're a really good player, you could get a guy for 10,000, 15,000. You're not going to be
Not
able to
every-
pay your
no.
living,
I
and
mean-
you're going to book some losers too. You're gonna, especially once you get known. If you want to stay in the same area, if you're hustling your way through college, you got to stay in the same area. You're gonna
That's
get
what
to.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you're gonna be around people who are known gamblers. They're
You
gonna
see-
know who the gamblers are.
You see the scene like in The Hustler where they broke Paul Newman's thumbs.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you know, you'd love that movie.
No, I saw the scene. I saw the
okay.
movie 100 times, but I've never seen anybody get their thumbs broken
Oh,
from
no.
hustling.
No.
But I have seen people get taken off. And I've seen people who know they were getting taken off too, where halfway in they realize like, this motherfucker, he got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hubris that gets you. You know, you start thinking that, you know, the guy is winning just because he's lucky, and then you get yourself in like some sort of an unwinnable race for an unwinnable amount of money and try to get even, and then you realize that's when he realizes it's your last barrel. So then he starts playing pro speed on you and getting out perfect on every shot and locking you up behind balls. Pool is one of those weird things that's attached to masculinity because it doesn't just represent, and it doesn't represent physical strength at all, but it represents control and your ability to keep your shit together under pressure and maintain very precise movements, because you're spinning in orbs, and you hit it just slightly to the left or slightly to the right, or your aiming line, your stroking line is off, or you're putting unnecessary spin on the ball. There's all these factors that come into play, and then there's control. You got to be able to keep your shit together. And we know that when people are nervous and they miss, that's you fucked up, you choked, it's unmanly.
Yeah.
And when a guy can stay down on a shot and it's really important, and it's for all the money, and fire it deep in the heart of that shows that's a man who can keep it together under pressure. So it's always sort of defined like men's ability to hold their mud. You know, whether or not you could play pool, whether or not so it's always got that thing attached to them where people like to pretend that they're better than they really are. I hustle my way through college.
My ass. Well, you know, even like golf. I'm not a golfer, and it's too long a day for me. But the pressure, like a friend of mine, you know, Court McCallan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's supposed to be like a scratch golfer,
Right.
And one of my agents said, why don't you try and get in the pros? Because he beats a lot of pros. He goes, do you
Right.
understand the difference between playing for fun and playing with 10,000 people watching you with national television, and the pressure? And all of a sudden, that 10 feet from the hole, from the cup, is a long way. You know, you can knock that in any time when you're alone.
Especially if you're playing for your living. You know,
Yeah.
like in pool matches, like say a guy wins first place at a tournament, you know, and he wins like $15,000 or something like that. Second place guy, he might win like 8. And the third place guy might win like 5, you know, and then it gets quick to like not worth it. Quick into like where it doesn't cover your bills.
Who's the woman, the Viking? Eva
Mataya, yeah, she's not really in the loop as much anymore.
I saw
you know,
her
there was
play the other
Allison
day.
Fisher, and there's a bunch
Yeah.
of Chinese and
Well, that one
Asian
remember
women.
the one that used to come up to Amsterdam Billiards?
Oh, Jeanette Lee.
yeah.
Yeah, she's Korean. Yeah, she's had a lot of back issues. She used to be like a top pro, and her thing was that she was really sexy too.
Yeah,
you
she
know,
was
she was
cool.
like really pretty,
I
and
remember
then
just
really
seeing her
good
run
player.
out tables at that first table next to the bar in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah. Oh, she could fucking play, man. No doubt about that. She's a real legit pro. But like I said, I think she's had like back surgery, like fusion on her back and shit, when they fuse discs. Backs are a motherfucker, man. Backs start going, you know, very, very. It's a shit life, man. Your spine's all locked up and plates in place. My wife has a friend, and her husband's got a lot of back problems. This poor guy, and he's had like 3 surgeries like really recently. And now he's having problems with like parts of his body are shrinking, like atrophying. Like he might have pinched nerves, and they're trying to like go into his body and trying to figure out what the fuck is causing this. And it's just, you know, you have like any situation where you're compromising your spine and your nerves, and fuck, it sucks, man.
I know. I think about that with Peyton Manning going back, and he had 4 neck operations.
Jesus
and he's got this gigantic
Christ.
moose neck. Anyway,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it could be hurt, but I mean, all it takes is one shot, and he's
These
paralyzed.
guys are so strong, Dom. They're so strong, and they're running at each other.
That's all they do. They practice hitting. They're lifting weights all day.
And they're hitting your neck.
Yeah.
They're hitting your neck with shoulders and forearms and elbows, and they're just plowing into you as hard as they can.
It's like boxing in the sense boxers practice punching all day.
Yeah.
Imagine practicing punching. How much power you'd get behind it. The leverage. And
Yeah.
that's what they are. Is they practice hitting.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, there's people that don't really realize, like, they think like they know how to punch a bag really good, and then you watch a guy who's like a real skilled boxer punch a bag, and the precision, the technique, and the torque that they can get behind it. You think about what that guy would do to you. Oh, horrific.
Oh, forget it. I got hit one time. I was doing a thing in Montreal, and one of the kids won a gold medal. These 2 Haitian kids who moved to Canada, and the kid, he just tapped me in the kidney, and I didn't want to act like a pussy, but he knocked my breath out. And I was like, yeah, you know, my voice went
Is
up
in
for
the kidney or the liver? Where'd he hit you?
kidney, right back here.
Right back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice.
He didn't mean it. He really didn't mean it. It was like a love tap. And he just was like, oh, shucks. But he forgot how strong he was.
Fucking gorilla.
Son
Dirty
of a-
bitch. Tony, what's going on there?
You're up in. It's incredible.
I'm up soon?
200 people.
Where's Joey?
I don't know where Joey is. No, but Dom's up in 5 minutes.
Oh, Dom's up in 5 minutes. Jesus Christ, I thought you said I was. Where is Joey Diaz disappeared?
Oh, wait, actually, Ari Shaffir might be here, so.
Well, I'll just
Well,
do
Dom's
what are we
here
doing?
right now, so why don't you
It's
show
true.
him up, bitch?
Absolutely.
Why you fucking fronting?
I love it. I was just.
Are you MC?
Listen, why you
You're
making
making
you
it
making
up.
rules here? What are you doing? You doing the
Yeah,
order
where
on
do
the
you get
fly?
your balls, Tony?
This motherfucker over
He's
here.
lucky to talk to
How
celebrities
dare
like
you?
us.
How dare you? That's Dom Irrera from television.
Yeah, Tony, you watch TV?
Yeah, I've seen you on everything. I'm a really big fan. My heart's broken. Moving back to Ohio.
I think this show has lost a lot of fucking steam. I'm gonna be honest with you. Something
I'll do a
happened.
very short set.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean
show
this
in
show.
that showroom.
This show.
Our conversation on.
Yeah, I'm getting
Oh.
texts about playing pool.
Yeah, people are going. What the fuck are they doing? They're talking about pool. The show's in there good.
Yeah,
The show's
it's really
good?
good.
Yeah,
It's great.
bunch of animals.
Yeah,
Pooled them together in 2 days.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
And they're
beautiful.
So loyal and cool. They know everybody. They know what's going on.
Yeah, it's all podcast fans.
Yeah.
It's fun. These are the most fun shows, Dom. You're gonna love it.
People from Vancouver came down.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Just for this.
We had people come down from England.
Yeah, I was wondering. When you told me you had a show tonight, I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, we just threw this shit together.
Late night
Yeah.
Wednesday, that's a serious draw.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We do it, and we do it in 2 days. We just put it on Twitter. We say, hey, in 2 days from now, we're gonna have a show Wednesday night. Come on down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Fucking
The
power.
fuck, Tony?
So
What the
Dom,
fuck?
Ari's here right now, so you want to go up
So what does that
in
mean?
5 minutes, or do you want to go up in 20?
How about you put him on right now so I can watch him?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, if you want to do it, yeah. Oh, shit. Am I fired in
No,
Hollywood?
you're not
right
even
now?
fired. You don't even have a job. It's all good. What time is it? 11 o'clock. Oh, this show's only an hour old.
What's going on right now? Why is there so much drama?
We're not. No drama. It's fake. It's fake drama. We're having a great time. Doug Benson was having a great. Is Doug Benson on stage right now?
Doug and then Ari's going on right now.
Hey, fella. Powerful Shaffir. Ari Shaffir, are you coming with me to Vegas this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, shalam. We're going to have a good time, man. Fights and the pool match on Friday night.
Oh, that's great, man.
Johnny Archer and Shane Van Boning are playing live
Johnny
on
Archie used to be
pay-per-view.
the best in the world, didn't he?
He's still one of the best. He's right up there. He hasn't lost a step.
How old is he?
Johnny Archer's in his late 30s, maybe 40.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, he's a
You have
killer.
You have a beautiful speaking voice, by the way.
It's a beautiful
Thanks.
man. Look at his beard. That's fucking fat right now, dude. That beard
I
is.
know. I don't know how long I'm going to let it go.
That's a look.
It's going to start coming like down. If I
Yeah.
pull it out, it starts coming down. And
I've never seen it this long before.
Yeah.
Is this the longest you've ever had it?
It's right around the same. What is that? Oh, thanks.
See
It's
those
right around the
hands?
same. Yeah, this is like when I used to open for Paulie and we would just steal money from him. Rick Ingram would just make dollars rain at me. I was like, what's this from? He's like, it's from the Pearly Fern.
Has Paulie ever confronted you about that? Because you've talked about it on several
3
podcasts.
minutes? What?
Has Paulie ever confronted you about that?
No.
You've talked about it on several podcasts.
No. But if he did, I think I'd be like, yeah, I took a lot from you.
You want me to go on or you want to go on?
Whatever you want.
I don't care.
Listen.
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Go, yeah, just tell Tony.
What is Rubber Bordello?
It's
Go Bordello.
it's a girl. It's a mistress that we had on the Naughty Show. The one that would.
Kill.
You gonna go up there? Beautiful.
It's the one that we had. The one that had the slave. That,
Oh, that's
yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy from
Wow.
NoFX. Naughty Show.
Rubber Bordello. What a weird name.
You ever heard Go Bordello?
No.
Stop wearing purple. It's like punk gypsy. It's like gypsy punk.
Stop wearing purple.
It's one of their songs.
Hmm.
But it sounds like the Russian travelers.
Gypsy punk.
Yeah.
Did
That
you ever
gets
see
all hot.
Knuckle? Did you see that documentary on Irish bare knuckle boxers?
Mm-mm.
It's crazy. It's a crazy life, man. There's been a few like little online things you could watch about these guys. They're really funny ones, and they challenge each other. But the Irish guys, they're all like, you know, they have like bare knuckle boxing competitions. They gamble on it, and they travel around in caravans and shit like gypsies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
a drink, Ari?
Like in that movie.
Yeah.
I'll have the waitress come in. What do you want?
No, I want to hit at something if you have it.
Oh
Joe,
shit.
Joe, do you want a drink and a shot?
Yeah, Yeah, sure.
He's
Fuck
like,
it.
"Do I?
Ari, do you
think
want
I
a
might."
shot?
No, I'll take a beer, but I'm not going to take a shot.
Don't be a pussy.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna,
3
I'm gonna start
shots.
telling people I have
Yeah,
one
3
kidney.
shots.
3 shots.
No, the beer.
Ari, how have you been? When me and Joey were in Ohio,
Yeah.
there was at least 2 people that I saw that had your shirt on.
Yeah.
Wearing, and your shirt's on sale at arishaffir.com, and it's one of my favorite shirts
Within a week.
that I've seen.
I think within this week. Yeah, it's fun. The guy who wrote it, who drew it, Ted Park, he made the Korean zombie shirt.
Yeah. And I like the colors too. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. I think it's the colors and the design. It's just a perfect
Kentucky.
combo. So check out Ari Shaffir's shirt. But it was cool seeing people
with
just
him.
wearing
I told
shirts.
you I saw those pictures at barbecue, and I was like, or maybe I told you, I was like, this looks really nice. Everyone's out together. Everyone's wearing their different shirts.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer. A lot of Bert.
Cut
Kreischer
away
shirts.
before he smokes the
Yeah,
pot.
Cut over there.
Oh yeah. I didn't know what you were
Off your
saying.
game.
That was close.
I didn't know
Cut
what you were
away.
saying.
Holy crap, that's a good crowd, Joe.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Really?
amazing.
Ridiculous.
Isn't it amazing how nice these crowds are?
I walked in, Brian was killing. I was like, oh man.
It's crazy how nice.
Following
these crowds
Joey
are.
Diaz too is great.
That's
Joey-
hard.
You went up after Joey?
Yeah,
And he's gone already?
yeah. Joey's
Joey's gone before he gets off stage.
He's got to get up at 5 in the
So
morning and write,
crazy.
you cocksuckers.
He just vanishes.
Yeah, well, he's got he's a busy man.
though. Like a ghost. Though.
That's so
Fucking
funny.
rich dressing, cocksucker.
I'm there. I'm gonna put my shit away.
My blue cheese.
Blue cheese, or go fuck your mother.
All right, cut to like where Joe was sitting. Just cut to a shot.
I'll
of-
cut to me.
Cut to yourself.
There you go.
Talk to Ari.
Hey Ari,
What's up, Bri?
bye. So where were you earlier today? Or what show did you just do?
I did Meltdown, and I did.
Oh, sweet.
And I did. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. They give you a poster.
No way. What poster did you get?
This guy drew it, Dave
X-
Klopp,
Spider-Man
something
3.
Like that. No, not one of those posters. A show poster.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be great if they got me some Spider-Man 3 swag.
And it's just like it's an unseen poster where it's just him dancing with Mary Jane, like flipping over a chair where it falls down, like that little move he did. Remember that where he stepped on the back of the chair and slowly fell down?
No.
You don't?
It was horrible.
That's such a horrible movie.
Spider-Man 3? Which one was that? Hobgoblin? No, that was 1.
No, Spider-Man 3 was the one where it ruined the whole entire franchise. So they had to
3
start
is
over.
where they went nuts. What they had, what's his name? Topher Grace was the.
Spider-Man? Bad guy.
No, he was a bad guy. And what's his name? Thomas Hayden Church was Sandman.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
And there's a lot going on in that one. And at one point he becomes Dick Spider-Man, and he like wears a cool outfit and goes to a some sort of beat poetry bar and does a fucking dance. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yes. You think I'm making this up? You
Yeah,
think
it
I'm
sounds like
high?
you are.
You think I'm high right now? But that'd be
That's
true.
what really happens?
That'd be true
Yeah.
also. But yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's really.
I mean, seriously.
it's
it
a
was-
shame because I like the first 2 that Sam Raimi did quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, the only problem with the first one is that every time he fought as Spider-Man, it looked like a cartoon.
So
So I sort of
Here-
didn't quite get into
It
it as
wasn't
much.
quite there yet. Like
Yeah.
this new one that's coming out now. I saw the trailer for that, and it
looks pretty sweet.
It looks pretty cool.
yeah, have you seen it yet, Ari?
It looks like it's
No,
a
I
little
saw
darker
Avengers.
than the
Oh, really?
Raimi ones. Yeah.
That's
Let's-
cool.
let's
I like
look-
when they redo things like, hey, we don't have the sensibilities we had when this comic book was invented.
Like the
90
trailer
years
has
ago.
a scene where he's like trying to save a bunch of people that all fell off the bridge at the same time.
Ah.
So he's got all these different webs going, and it looks kind of.
It's trying to keep it going.
It looks like it's actually like that's what's bugging me about comic book movies is that they're not suspenseful. You're always pretty confident everything's going to work
Yeah.
out fine.
That's the problem. You need a death or two.
But that's what was kind of cool about somehow Heath Ledger in Dark Knight kind of brought some menace back to that kind of movie. It's still PG-13, but he was a fairly scary.
Oh,
figure.
yeah, you didn't know what was going to happen with him.
Yeah, you didn't know what he
Man,
was
what,
going to
what
do
did he
next.
stab that guy through the eye or something?
With a pencil, yeah.
Oh.
He sets it up and just bashes the guy's
He sets
head.
it up way ahead of time.
And you don't see any. It's violent-wise. You don't see anything. Oh my God! What are you doing,
That's
Brian?
it? Oh.
Oh, this is Spider-Man.
Fire escape.
Some sort of.
This
What
is
language
three?
do you think
This-
that is at the
this
bottom?
Is 3?
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
This is
No,
the
this
new
is the reboot.
Oh, okay.
Not much to tell, really.
But it looks pretty good.
His aunt and uncle.
Did you catch that spider guy yet?
No, but we will. I think he stands for what you stand for. Protecting innocent people from bad guys.
I think that's Ty.
If you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief. You a cop? You seriously think I'm a cop in a skin-tight red and blue suit?
I wear a badge. This guy wears a mask like an outlaw.
Who are you?
I know it's been rough for you without your dad. I forgot all about that thing. It was your dad's.
Your father was
Oh, what I saw wasn't the trailer. It was like just a scene that they were showing during some big TV show.
I'm mad because I don't feel like watching the whole story again, but it does look like it's at least a good reboot. But we just saw this, 7 years ago?
10 years ago, but
10
yeah,
years ago?
yeah.
So that's not long enough
I
to
think
need a-
I think origin stories are the most interesting part of any superhero. So they just keep kind of like
Go down
having
from
to
there.
go back to them sooner. You know.
I mean, I am the biggest Spider-Man fan ever, so I'm sure I'll love it. But I also like Tobey Maguire. I thought he was already an amazing Peter Parker. Until
He's getting too old.
I think this trailer shows too much, though.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ari hates watching trailers.
But when I know I'm gonna see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does blow it.
Yeah, they give you all the best stuff.
I won't watch, and even if you put it on, Brian, I won't watch the more recent Dark Knight trailer.
All right, so
I used to run out when the first
I
Batman
ran
came
out of the theater.
Did you really? You cover your ears and go?
Yeah, I went to the movies with Graham Elwood. We went to see, the day Avengers opened, we saw it. And then when I said to him, I go, when the Dark Knight Rises trailer comes on, I'm going to run out of the room. And he's like, whatever. And then and then it happened, and I did it. And then later that day, he was like, I fucking wished I'd ran out with you. I wish I didn't see that. So,
Yeah, why
so
you
don't
know
try
you're
to
gonna see the
show it,
movie.
Brian.
If you know you're going to see the movie, just don't ever watch it, right?
Yeah, they gave away one of the cool. It has to be the coolest scene out of Batman in that trailer.
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't
want
want
to going on and say it in 4 minutes.
Do you
I'm
guys
not gonna
think
watch
the
it.
Avengers was as good as like everybody's really making?
Oh, no,
it out to
no,
be?
it's not nearly as good
No,
as
it's
that.
not.
Did
It's
they ever
pretty good.
explain how the Hulk, like all of a sudden, didn't want to attack people?
Yeah, here's what I never got about Avengers. Whenever they have a scene where everybody like,
Don't you dare, Brian.
Brian,
I'm not going to watch it.
Make sure your Dark Knight
It's mean to everyone who's watching the live stream.
yeah,
I just
they're all gonna-
explained that they shouldn't want to see it.
I'm not watching.
Oh, this is
Come on,
hilarious.
Poker. Don't you want
Oh, it's a comedy.
I was ignoring it so hard.
Oh my god, I'm so happy it's a comedy thing.
Why don't you start?
They still might spoil stuff.
Do you do banal?
It is pretty funny that that Bane is the villain and Mitt Romney is from Bane Capital. It's good timing.
What did you not like about the Avengers? Sorry for.
It's when they had to stop. Why didn't Hulk just?
They talk
kill
about
everybody?
the Tesseract too
He's
much.
the most. Yeah.
You don't
They never
need any
explain
of the
what it
rest
was.
of them if you have the Hulk, because the Hulk can stop
Clearly,
giant
you have to have it
alien
all along to
machines.
stop every one of them. But also, when they have we have to help save those civilians. There's 20 civilians trapped there, and I'm like, New York has been devastated.
Yeah,
There's probably
and it's all
30,000
your
people.
fault.
And there's
Like Thor
30,000
never
people
thinks,
already dead.
I brought this on these
Yeah.
poor people of this other place.
It's like, don't protect them. Go kill the aliens first. Let those people die.
Yeah, you gotta stop the alien thing before they kill more people. Not.
Yeah.
I think they just had a last minute. We gotta make people feel bad for these innocent humans. But like, there was tons of shit going down before you even saw a single extra. It's like the one thing they didn't spend money on. They spent $200 million on that, and they didn't spend any money on extras. And the New York street scenes were probably shot on the back lot of Paramount.
What did you think it was, Tony?
You only have a few minutes.
Okay, I thought it was like a B plus or maybe.
I give it a B.
The thing I like most about it is my microphone. There we go. The thing I like most about it is that it exists.
Yeah.
That it's so popular. I like that people are loving it.
Yeah.
Because it only means more of that kind of stuff. You know.
I also noticed
Tony.
So there's
they're
somebody
your
yelling.
name.
Sounds like, maybe Dom did a tight 7 and jumped off.
Yeah. That's why we need a monitor in here so we can see what the fuck's going on.
Are you gonna come back here, Ari? Okay. Oh, thank you. Get it on you, Brian. Camera on you, Brian.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises.
Or a XXX parody trailer.
It's American Spirit. I just hand rolled. It's good.
I always wanted
Oh,
to
thanks.
watch this.
All natural.
This is Oh. I like that one too.
Wow.
Why are you guys smoking so much tobacco?
Well,
Just
Joe
'cause I'm
left.
hooked on
We're
this
allowed
stuff.
to.
After a good set, I like to smoke a lot of tobacco.
Yeah.
Do you guys never buy just regular cigarettes?
Nope.
I mean, sometimes, but there's nothing like a little
Is your shirt special? Is that the kind of tobacco brand you like?
It's special. This is my brand.
Special tobacco.
Here's your tobacco stick.
Yeah, that was a super fun crowd. I'd like to give a shout out to them because they're going to all watch or listen to this
Shout out to the
later.
crowd.
Yeah, they were awesome, right? There's two people from Vancouver that flew all the way down.
Oh, I didn't know which ones were them, but
How cool is that?
they were pretty cool. I mean, the whole group was cool.
I ordered these drinks, but I don't know if Brandon got my message.
Ordered what drinks?
Oh, we were supposed to have 3 shots of Jack
Ugh.
and 3 beers.
Okay, now you're talking.
Some
I still have
brewskis.
some of my Bud Light left.
That Joe's back.
Us.
What's up?
Tom Herrera's killing it.
Oh, nice.
Was somebody yelling Tony's name?
Yeah. Yeah, so Don was getting off stage. Tony
Oh.
wasn't there yet.
Oh.
He did a short set.
What's that?
Don
did
was
a short set?
yeah.
I guess ours probably up
Um,
now. Oh, where's the booze, son?
I have some of this tequila.
I don't
if you
know.
want some.
They haven't given us 2 yet.
Man.
Oh no.
I got some Don Julio if
Fuck
you want
this,
it.
man.
Wait, some Don Julio?
No, that's good. What is that? Is that tequila?
Tequila.
It's good.
It's good tequila though.
Yeah.
Doug, so that podcast we did the other day with Lexi Bell and Dana Dieramon.
Mm-hmm.
Lexi was a really cool girl. She seemed like that her and Dana were kind of there was like some weird tension bit back and forth. Is that what they call sexual tension, or is that just? Did you notice that at
There was
all?
a lot of talk about what they were going to do to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Dana kept saying she wanted to work with her, and
Dana's wild.
and I know they like each other. So I guess if there's any tension, it must have been sexual. But also, it's interesting, that they're so kind of open and frank about their profession, and that's fascinating. And then I'm sitting over there just adding stupid, obnoxiousness. And so the whole dynamic is pretty interesting.
I know.
I
You
got a
should-
lot of nice comments on Twitter about that.
You should always do the Triple X squad. That should be your thing.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Dana wants a co-host, but
I think you're fun.
I had
think
fun
Dana
doing
thinks
it.
you're
But
fun.
I think I got lucky with the first 2 guests. I think a lot of girls in porn just wouldn't get me at all.
Yeah?
Like would just always be looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I feel that way. There are a lot of stoner chicks in porn, and so they like,
Celeste Starr, I don't know if you know her.
Mm-mm.
She's a good stoner chick.
The only other one that I'm kind of friendly with is, do you know Lily LeBeau?
Mm-mm.
She's I ran into her somewhere, and she was super nice to me, and so we've sort of kept in touch, and she came to see me do a show once.
How do you spell her last name?
LeBeau, Labeau. LeBeau. I got the hiccups.
Ooh. How much would I bet my fault?
Also got some mustard right here.
Oh, I'm not following her.
I can't stand mustard. Look how close it is to my face.
Oh my god.
You hate mustard?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know.
Hey, have you tried it lately? Like, is it something that you hated when you were a
Yeah,
kid?
yeah. Every day I take a teaspoon of it. I just
No, I mean,
keep
but
hoping
like,
I'll churn.
were you like 6? And
Do you
was-
like good mustard, or you just don't like yellow mustard? You like stone ground?
Just
And
don't
honey-
like
honey
any
mustard?
mustardy kind of thing.
Now, when was the last time you tasted mustard?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So I've been getting into the stone ground stuff.
And I
It's
liked
good.
it. Okay, I didn't hate it as much as I used to, but it's still not something I want ever. But I don't like condiments.
You don't at all. So you just eat a hot dog, fucking sitting there with a fucking.
Well, I'd put some fucking onions and cheese and mac and cheese and bacon. I like things on a hot dog. I just don't like
Frosted Flakes.
things that
You
are
just don't like the
condiments. I don't like
Chocolate-
relish.
chocolate
Mayo.
sauce.
Not on a hot dog. No chocolate
Mayonnaise?
sauce.
Do you like are you a mayonnaise?
I hate mayonnaise.
Fuck mayonnaise, right?
Mayonnaise is my number one. I'm grateful that I don't like mayonnaise because people eat it and they're fucking, I'd be 400 pounds if I liked mayonnaise.
You think?
I think so.
Not even a little bit.
Not at all. No, I really don't. Ketchup's the only one I'll tolerate of all the condiments. But I like sauce. I like soy sauce on stuff, and I like. It's weird.
Gravy?
I have a really weird taste.
like
yeah,
gravy?
I like gravy. Gravy's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I like my eggs runny, and it's weird. It's not like. It doesn't make any sense what my tastes are.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of shit too. You don't gotta like shit.
Yeah. But I have a show that I do called Dining with Doug and Karen, and people have already complained to me. Why are you on a show about
that show you
about
were,
food if you're gonna hate everything?
That show you were the movie you were talking about doing. What was it called? Something about the Hope.
We were talking about a movie about the Hope.
No, you were gonna do a movie as.
The Morgan Spurlock's version is Comic-Con Episode 4, A Fan's Hope.
Are you gonna call it A Fan's Dope?
No, well, that's even. It goes even further than that. It's Chronicon Episode 420, A Fan's Dope, or The Empire Strikes Back.
I like The Empire Strikes Back.
Nice.
And people are always suggesting me you should do Return of the Red Eye. And that's
nice.
That's good, but I don't like to talk up the Red Eye thing.
It's also stewardess humor, and I've found that stewardess humor is not always the best.
I have eye issues because I'm squinty without smoking weed, so like people always make fun of my eyes.
Yeah, they're always like, "Open your eyes." I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
open them up.
They're open, bro.
So I open up really big when I take pictures with people, fans. I'm always like,
stupid.
Yeah, and your eyes are super red. You also
Yeah.
smoke a shitload of weed, Doug.
I do. But you know,
You're legit.
But in situations where I think it's gonna matter, I'll take some eye drops or something. I'm not like red eyed all the time. You know.
Have you ever had those eye drops that just burn your eyes? I forget the name of them. Little Esther used to always carry them around.
Oh, Tabasco sauce?
No. It's just like this shit, and it just seriously burns a layer of your retina off, and it works.
So it gets your eyes clear really
Super-
quickly.
Yeah, it's like
medical grade
holy water.
Yeah, it's like Windex for your eyes.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. I would never do that.
It's really good. It hurts, but after like
Put
a
on
minute,
some fucking sunglasses. What do you need your eyes to
I
be
just got
so
these
clear for?
I just got those.
I never
HD.
use eye drops unless my eyes are dry. Like I don't give a fuck if they're red. Who cares?
It's funny when you see somebody on a nationally televised talk show like with sunglasses on, like I saw Robin Thicke was on like Regis and Kelly or some shit, and he had sunglasses on, trying to pull off the like I wear them because I'm cool, but it's like your fucking eyes look like hell right now, so you wore your sunglasses.
Fuck yeah.
on camera.
It's just crow's feet everywhere.
You're crazy hungover right now, and you don't want the bright lights to murder your eyeballs.
I just got those HD glasses. You know the ones you see at like CVS, and it's like everything's in HD, and like they're like sunglasses.
Why do you need things in HD?
No, I bought them as a prop.
Infomercials.
I bought them as a prop for an idea, but then I decided not to do the idea. So then I had this like prop of HD sunglasses, and the other day I didn't have any sunglasses. So I was like, oh, I'll just try these stupid HD sunglasses. They're the best things in the fucking world, man. They're like, everything's a little orange, but it's not, like when you wear sunglasses, everything's darker,
But don't they fuck up traffic lights, though?
No, they don't do shit, man.
I put on some red sunglasses once, and it made all green signs looked red.
No, it's not those kind.
I could have gotten fucking jacked.
Yeah, my buddy got a pair of those HD Oakleys, cost him a bunch of money or whatever, but he said they're great.
Yeah.
He said, like, usually you put on sunglasses and everything's just darker and dimmer.
Yeah.
But these are like just like everything's just down a few shades, but you can still see everything really well.
Yeah, no glare.
Crisp.
Yeah, everything's, So I recommend them. I mean, they're not the coolest looking glasses, but they're not bad. But get, the HD glasses. They're $9.
They probably have
Just wear them in the car.
They probably have different styles you can get,
Yeah. I got the ones that kind of look like these, but these aren't it because they're in my car.
Like
They kinda look
cataract
like
glasses?
The wraparounds?
Yeah, like this. Because I don't like the sunglasses that have the little nose piece. Because that shit always bends, and the next thing you know, your glasses are always crooked. And you're always like this.
Yeah, you look like a complete perv.
How's your set, Dom?
Unbelievable.
Great audience, right?
They're a great audience. They're very cool. I hate to say they're smart because that indicates that I think I'm smart.
Right.
But they really get everything, every reference.
Yeah,
very
yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, you had a great time. They exploded.
It reminded me of how the Ice House used to be for me.
Yeah.
Like I used to always come out here and kill, and that's why I liked playing here. And then the audience sort of shifted, and it just became, a different kind of crowd that doesn't work for me for some
Are you
reason.
saying you have a problem with certain elements in society that you'd like?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I wish that I was, better equipped to entertain an all Latino crowd.
Yeah. Well. Why am I not?
You're good at it, aren't you?
Well, I have my tendency to pander. I'm a
But you got some ethnic references that they would appreciate because it's not about them or it is about them. Ethnicity doesn't come into my act much.
Definitely. Well, I started out with really being an Italian comedian. And this old comedian told me, he says, why don't you be a comedian who happens to be Italian? Instead of everything predicated on being this or being black or being
Yeah.
Puerto Rican or whatever you are. So That kind of helped.
Yeah, that's the pitfall I face is, I don't want to be I want to be the comedian who's a stoner, not the stoner comedian.
Right, exactly. That's part of your life. It's not your whole life.
Yeah.
Well, actually, for you, it might be your whole life.
It's most of it. It's most of it. I have jokes about travel and weed.
And movies. You're good with movies.
And movies.
I'm going to go watch Joe, guys. I'll talk
okay,
to you.
we'll see you in a bit.
All right, great.
See you, Dom.
Later, man.
See.
Pop in. Well, that implies that we all got boners because Dom Monroe was in the room. Boing. That was a hot conversation.
Oh yeah, he came in like his old judge show. Just judged us left.
That was an awesome pop in that he did. Oh, there you are. That's you in a hotel room. I did at least 3 or 4. I did 3 or 4 Brian Redban Spider-Man callbacks.
You did?
Yeah.
Like what you said. Do you remember?
I can't remember, but it was every time I said it, the place went nuts.
Yeah, right when I just have to say Olive
was
Garden,
good.
people freak out. I now have I just have an Olive Garden part of
You
my
got a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Olive Garden.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I came up with tonight? Oh, when someone gives you a pot cookie and they say eat half, you should only eat a quarter of it. You should always take the
half of the half.
Take it seriously.
Yeah.
Take whatever the instructions are super seriously and cut it down by half. So yeah, eat half of the half, and then you can wait a little while, like 3 minutes, and if it's not working, then you take the other half, and then you call somebody to help get you off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always eat more, never less.
But it's so crazy how over the top, how you can just suddenly, edibles just will suddenly take over and kind of ruin your night if you have too much. Brian, are you okay?
Yeah.
It's coming right now.
Oh, thanks, man.
What's coming right now? The booze?
Yeah.
I didn't order anything.
Yeah, I did for you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You knew what I wanted?
Yeah.
What did I want?
Fucking beer and a shot of Jack.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want either of those things.
Come on, Doug.
I totally don't want either.
Doug,
of those
this is a
things.
Joe Rogan, sold out Joe Rogan show.
I
We're
know,
drinking
but-
Jack
but-
and beer in memory of Joe going on stage.
I have some Don Julio and Aho.
Are you holding out hope that Joe's gonna want to do more podcasting after his long set?
Huh? No.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
What
We're
are you,
just gonna do the shot.
What are you looking for? Because we're a little over 2 hours right now.
Like 15 minutes.
What's a
or
good
so.
cutoff?
15 minutes or so.
Okay. I got an early flight tomorrow.
Oh, what time do you have your flight?
7 something.
Every time I put medical advice in Google, I always get, that old thing where you always end up thinking you have AIDS or Crohn's disease.
Mhm.
And so then now I put my symptoms in iTunes whenever I feel bad, and I listen to whatever song it is, and it makes me feel way better. So, are you having any symptoms right now that we could put in iTunes so
Are you
we
running
can figure
bits
out
on
what
us?
your
That's-
song is? Any symptoms lately, like waking up and...
No, I don't have any. But then, what kind of song would be about like?
Hey, let's just make some. Let's just make
songs
some up.
about my back hurts.
I'll show you the last one I had.
Oh, okay.
There's songs about my allergies are making my nose runny.
All right, so runny nose.
Runny nose.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you can just
Runny
spread out the
nose.
beer and the shots.
I don't want one of those.
Yes,
beers.
you do.
I don't want one of those shots.
Yes, you do.
I don't want any of it.
Yes, you do, Doug.
I don't even
I
drink
don't
beer.
want it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want that.
I haven't had a beer.
come on.
I haven't had a
Thank
beer
you.
in 6 years.
Do you order these for? When's Joe gonna drink? That's why you ordered them.
Well, Joe's on stage right now.
Oh. Okay, crazy.
All right, so cheers on the shots.
Wait, what are you doing with the runny nose thing?
Oh.
Runny nose, bad back.
Runny nose. Let's just say runny nose.
Okay.
Let's see what song.
Itchy eyes.
So if I had a runny nose and I was looking for what I would, to help my runny nose, I would just put this on.
Oh, I thought of another one. Too big of a dick.
And this is the first song that comes up with Runny Nose by the R. Stevie Moore.
I've got a runny nose.
Wow, he comes right out with it.
It's running all day. It keeps running all the time.
Oh, my runny nose.
Contagious, baby. I
right. So now let's do what my last one was, which is bloody.
That didn't have anything to do with runny noses.
Stool. I know.
Runny stool better. Was your last search? What? Runny stool?
You just want whatever your symptoms are to be turned into something catchy?
Huh? No, it's just
something that makes you happy.
It's fun.
Right. All right. So here we go. It's bloody.
What is it? Bloody stool?
Bloody Palms is the name of the song.
Why do you have bloody palms?
No, this is just the first song that came up. And this is how I pick music.
This is the first song for Bloody Stool?
Yeah. That's from Fantogram.
Swing and a miss. I prefer the Runny Nose song.
Yeah, the Runny Nose song was good.
All right, well, what's your last...
I told you, Bad Back.
All right, Bad Back. Let's see what your song
We already did Runny Nose for me.
Do you think... Well, you have a lot of symptoms.
Itchy eyes.
I hurt my back today, so...
All right, so we got...
I loaded 4,000 pounds of shit into a truck.
Neck...
This is called...
Neck trauma.
For Bad Back, this is what came up. It's called Ferb, F you right back, from Frankie. So...
F you right back?
Back rubs? What?
Hey, here's a shot for you, Tony.
Here.
You know there are two sides to every story.
I'm not doing shot. I gotta go right now.
All right.
You're leaving right now?
So Tony...
maybe I want to go with you.
Oh.
Did you drive?
Well, anyways, we're going to end up this Ice House Chronicles.
Is Joe on?
Yes.
And he's just going to wrap it up himself at the end?
Yeah.
What?
All right. So Tony Hinchcliffe, H plus Hinchcliffe plus E on Twitter.
At Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
It's me, the Golden Pony.
Are you trying to play us out with
Pony.
this song?
Yeah, put something else on.
Turn this stupid song on.
This is the Bad Back song?
This is the worst.
We don't need this shit.
It's the worst ending for... This is the F you right back song.
Yeah.
F you right back. No, just keep it quiet for a second. You don't have to.
All right. So this is the first thing. Itchy Eyes. This song is called Itchy Fingers, and this is what's playing us out.
No, we can't just play out on a bad.
This is cool.
First song that comes up when you type Itchy Eyes. Oh, this song is making something itch. We're gonna end up in the future if we listen to too much of this.
PeteeC on Twitter. Pete.
That's me.
E.
Are we wrapping this up right now?
Yes.
Hey, Tony. I'm gonna ride with Tony to the comedy store.
All right.
Yeah, you can go.
See ya, Pete.
Yeah, bye guys.
And Doug Benson with your favorite song.
This is the worst. It's the worst ending.
Do you want to take a call then?
Let's take a call.
All right, let's take a call. If you want to talk to Doug Benson
or Brian Redban,
you have to call this number. And this is rare for the Ice House Chronicles. We usually don't get risky like this. You know.
Bye guys.
What's
All right,
risky
see you, buddy.
about it? What can they possibly say?
They could try to hurt your feelings.
Well, that's definitely going to happen. But
all right, so
at least swearing's allowed. At least we're podcasting, so we don't have to worry about it.
Here's the phone number. It's ready. Area code 818-748-8406.
My eyes are itchy just from talking about symptoms and itchy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That means you have AIDS, right? If you have itchy eyes.
I don't know, but every time I used to just do my symptoms in Google, it'd always tell me that I had AIDS. Like, it'd be like a message board like, dude, those are symptoms of AIDS. Night sweats? Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, night sweats. Do
you sweat at night?
That scared me when I saw. I get it every once in a while I
Yeah.
do, but not regularly. But whenever I do now, I wonder, that guy in that movie 50-50, that's how he went to the doctor because of night sweats, and that's when they told him he had, cancer of the spine and only a 50-50 chance of living through it. And I was like, wait, so that's what night sweats means? So you might have cancer?
Yeah.
I thought it was just night sweats.
Exactly. That's why you need to put that
temperature wasn't right, or you had a crazy dream.
That's why you put that shit in fucking iTunes or Spotify. You're on the Ice House Chronicles.
What's up, Redban?
What's up?
Not much. Chilling.
Where are you calling from and what's your name?
My name's Peyton, and I'm calling from Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Is Phoenix a state where we're allowed to record a phone conversation with somebody from there? Should we get permission?
What?
Get like, should we get, what was that? Should we get verbal
You're on
permission?
the Ice House Chronicles.
All right.
Is this the same guy?
No.
I just got your shirt.
You just cut that last guy off?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did cut that guy
Why
out.
did you do that
I just
to
got
that
your
guy?
shirt in the mail, Redban. It was awesome.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, man.
Where do you live and what's your name?
Yeah. I'm Brandon. I live in Long Island, New York.
Sweet.
Ooh.
And he's rocking the Death Squad
Yeah.
shirt.
We need to
that-
figure out which states you're allowed to talk to.
New York, you're allowed to.
Do we have permission to
That's where
record
the
your
Jerky
voice?
Boys are from.
Do we have permission to record your voice, Brandon?
I mean, you're recording now, so I mean.
Yeah, just say, yeah, it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck the shot.
What's wrong with you? Why are you sipping a shot of Jack? Gotta get it over with.
Oh, why'd I do that?
Why'd I do that?
Down.
What's wrong with me, man?
Man, I fucked up. I was like, oh, just take a sip like a glass of wine. That was a bad idea.
Horrible. Nice.
So yeah, me and Joey Diaz are actually planning a tour out. I think in Long Island.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You actually are coming?
Yeah, we're
Alright.
supposed to do like a whole like East Coast thing. I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly the details, but it went so well in Columbus, Ohio, and Cleveland and Pittsburgh that we're like, hey, let's keep on doing
I
this.
saw you guys at Pittsburgh, and none of my friends obviously wanted to go that far. But if you were like even closer, but if you're on Long Island, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, we'll try.
You and everyone at Death Squad, that'd be sweet.
What, have you been listening to the whole show tonight?
No, I missed it. I was listening to the Joey Diaz one, and it said you guys weren't live, and then I finished that one and went live right now.
Nice. Well, we're
Yeah,
we're
good
kind of
time.
wrapping it up. Just decided to take some calls just
Yeah.
to get something
I
going.
feel you.
Did you have a
Yeah,
question, or did you just call to say that you like the shirt that you just got?
Yeah, I just wanted to say you guys were awesome.
Thanks,
And
man.
Nice,
that's
nice.
about it.
All right.
You guys should come to Long
Thanks,
Island more.
dude.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
See what I mean, Brian? This isn't so bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
You're on Doug Benson's Ballsack show.
That's not what this is called.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, what up?
Oh, he's on
This
like a
is Casey
delay.
Boyle from Montana.
Montana. Holy crap.
That's what's going on in
How
Montana?
you guys doing? Death Squad fan for years.
Do we have permission to use your voice on the show?
Why are you being such a cop, man?
Because I'm helping you. I'm helping you out. I'm keeping you from getting sued.
You're an
Brian.
undercover. You're going to be the undercover comedian cop this whole time. It's been
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
been
Sir
a sting
Cuss.
operation. I pretend to smoke weed all these years so that I can.
You're
How'd this show fall apart so much tonight? You guys kill it anyways, but how'd you guys let everybody leave so early?
Because it's fucking Wednesday night in L.A. and no one stays out late in L.A. Like, it's crazy that we even have a good audience for the show over in the Ice House. But Joe's on stage right now, and he'll do like an hour probably. And by the time he comes off, he's probably going to want to head home to the wife and kids.
and it's also like half of these guys already had like another show, or
Yeah.
they're going to go do another show.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
A lot
hey,
of
one more
comics-
thing before you guys cut me off. You guys got to get out to Montana.
All right.
Where in
You guys got to
Montana?
get out to Montana.
Where?
Where?
There's a delay.
Missoula, Butte, Helena, anywhere.
Oh, dude,
People
I was.
will come see it. We need some action in Montana.
I've been in Missoula twice, dude. I played the Top Hat, and I was also at the Wilbur Theater.
Come back.
All right, dude. I like it
Hey,
there.
excellent. You guys are great.
They
Keep
got
on
it-
going.
they got
Death
it-
Squad.
They got a great attitude about weed in Missoula, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah. The attitude is, let's smoke some.
Well,
It's pretty awesome.
I like it. I saw your movie, and I like that one place that you were in the movie where everybody was smoking out.
Peoria.
Peoria.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So you recommend going to Peoria?
And there was a lot, and Omaha was good. Like, it's just weird from city to city, but it's also like club to club, because if the club doesn't want you smoking in the vicinity, then, and also the local laws, like, there's some cities, there's states that haven't legalized it, but there's cities within it that have decriminalized it. Like Boston, it's only a ticket. Austin, Texas, it's only a ticket.
Texas, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, there's some cool places you can go and not feel too panicky about getting caught.
You're on Doug Benson's glory hole.
Quit trying to give it the wrong name. Where you at, man?
South Texas, man.
Oh, we were just talking about Texas. How
rules.
south? Like El Paso?
No, Victoria, halfway between Corpus, halfway between Houston, right on the coast.
Oh, okay.
Is it near LaPorte or is that north?
No, it's probably about 20 miles from the coast.
Oh, cool.
You got a question for us?
Do you ever float the river?
No, I was just calling to tell y'all I enjoy y'all's show. And,
nice.
Keep it smoky, man.
Hey, do you ever float the river?
I have, not lately.
Yeah. I want to float the river and bring my koozies and just.
What are you trying to do? Is this?
But then
there
I'll,
a double entendre to what you're saying? or something?
No. But then
So your
the
description of
Guadalupe
taking a shit?
River, and then all
Yeah,
these.
the Guadalupe runs right through my town, but up in the hill country by San Marcos, man, like the cops, they just hang out on the riverbanks, and if you're smoking or drinking, they yank your ass off your shoes, dude.
Shit. See, the fun's done. And I also heard that there's all these
stupid.
people are getting like disease because everyone poops and shits in the river at that time, so like the river water is really greaky. And
Yeah,
you got to stay in your tube,
the
man.
last time I was in the Guadalupe was probably 1992. I wouldn't go in it now. Huh?
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you for calling.
Right on. Y'all keep on keeping on.
Yep. Keep on keeping on. That's why I want to move to Austin, Texas. Because now it's a ticket.
Yeah.
I could fucking just do podcasts via.
You got to be careful. Like nearby Williamson County, you'll go to jail.
I-
But,
I won't leave.
But in Austin, you should be good.
Yeah, I won't leave Austin.
You can't. I still don't like. They have a lot of police officers on the street, on 6th Street and stuff. So I don't like walk around just smoking joints there just because it's only a ticket. I still rather not be.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Be cool about it, definitely.
Yeah. But it's a great place. I love it there.
Yeah, well, how about we move there? And we
The
start a
weather's great there.
podcast and comedy network there.
It's one of the cities I've considered that if I just continue just being a touring comic and there's no real strong reason for me to be in LA, then it's one of the places I would consider living and just working out of there instead.
Where's your other places?
Instead of here, San Francisco.
It's expensive there though.
Portland.
Yeah. Portland's cool, but then you get out the borders and it's meth everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, none of these places have been a strong enough draw to me to make the move yet. I like LA. There's a lot of things I like about it.
Would you ever think about moving to Hawaii and just pissing off the locals?
Well, the trouble with Hawaii, is it's too far away from. I still want to do stuff here. You know, it's a long ass flight.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do that more than once a year.
San Diego?
Yeah, it's kind of weird flying out of San Diego, so I'd end up having to drive up to LA a lot. And
what if you got free ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise?
I don't like those things. Why would you give me free things I don't like? Hey, we'll give you some free dick. I don't want dick. No dick.
No dick.
Are there any other callers waiting?
Sure.
Do you think they're all going to just say, I just want to say you're doing a good job?
Probably.
That's awesome.
Hey, you're on Doug Benson's Hairy Nipples.
Oh my God. What's up, guys?
What are you doing, man?
I'm smoking a bowl right now, man. And I am stoned as shit. Doug Benson, you're my hero.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I was just wondering when your movie's coming out.
Sometime in the fall, hopefully. The idea is we're going to try to premiere it at a film festival, get some attention, maybe get a distributor, or maybe just get some publicity for it before we release it on our own, like
Louis C.K. style.
We could do it Louis C.K. style, or we could hook up with some sort of company that could put it out on the internet or on video on demand.
There's a company. There's a company that I forget the guy's name. He contacted me a while ago. That's his job. His company's job is you upload a video and then they put it on Netflix and they put it on Amazon and all that shit. But I can't think of the guy's shit. I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right. We could put it on, we could throw it on iTunes ourselves, So there's lots of options and things to do with it, but it won't be till the fall. We're just finishing it up now, and so
Definitely stoked.
I'm glad. Where do you live?
I'm from Troy, New York.
That's
kind
where,
of by Albany.
That's where you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're up fucking
It's like-
late. You're late on a Wednesday.
dude.
Are you gonna pound
3
any
in the
poon
morning.
tonight? Are you gonna pound any poon?
Am I gonna pound what?
Any poon tonight?
Oh man, I am not actually, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why he's getting so fucking ripped. Is because he's alone and
Dude.
just wants to go to sleep and
I
not
got laid
dream.
like 2 weeks ago from this like slutty like emo bitch, and that was pretty sweet. But
Dude,
yeah, it's been pretty dry.
Did the emo bitches
late.
have? Did the emo bitches have full bushes? Or are they?
No, actually,
emo
this one was
bushes
shaved.
have
She was, like,
bitches?
she was more hot.